got banned.
Okay, so I will
I
assume.
never reminded of really long names. But I just suddenly remembered gnomes in the Dragonlance world have 30 to 50 some word long names.
Probably a Welsh
Very first
thing.
name.
Welsh name, Welsh stuff
Is it
is really
Llanfair
fucking long.
Gwengo Gogeli Quindro Shanti Silio Gogogoch?
It's more like it's actually just a string of words. Like my Dragonlance books are behind me. Go figure. See if I can find a gnome name.
All right then. Well, suppose we're all ready to go then.
Yeah.
So, let's see how much I remember.
I need a recap. I have no idea what happened last session.
Our band of adventurers, the God's Headache, are currently residing in the city of Delcross, a city to the south of the Johanian Kingdom. Through your travels, you have discovered a war that is taking place between the Kingdom of Jurhan and the Gilmesh hordes. And heading to Delcross, you decide to see if you can provide any aid possible. While you were there, you took on a few jobs for the Plane Hunters, specifically hunting down what turned out to be trolls and negotiating essentially a ceasefire between some Cyclopses and Giants. As you return back to Delcross, you ran into a bandit called Dave and proceeded
Really?
to... Yes, really. And proceeded to let him go on his way. Upon return to Delcross, you began to hear rumours of a contingency of lizard folk that had been destroyed, apparently by ghosts. Through some stalking and some good timing, you were able to convince one of the scouts that had seen this apparent destruction for any details, in which he did not disclose much about the apparent ghost, but did confirm that the town of Marlon still stands. So, you decide then to rest before deciding your next course of action. So, as the morning comes by, God's Headache, what do you wish to do?
Wait, so we legitimately changed our name to Pathetic? I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
it was
Yeah.
it was when you first arrived in Delcross.
Yeah.
Either I forgot because that was a month ago where I wasn't here.
Just to remind people of the plan, and also people that weren't here, we decided that we would go first to Marlon and figure out the ghost thing, see if people needed help, grass stuff, things like that. And then we'd go to the Blood Sands. That's for Vise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vise
what's your
had
thing?
or a vision.
Yeah,
There's a dragon
I saw
there.
some campaign
Yep.
things.
Yes,
Something
we're going to
about-
the Blood Sands, and then we're going to go to Underrook / Grothfield for Trothnar.
Yay!
But we do have a minor plan in place.
What was
Yeah.
the significance of Marlon again?
Fuck, just get money.
What was the city Marlon important again?
Marlon is
Take notes.
here.
Take notes, you fool.
Last thing.
Also, I can't take notes
But-
for sessions I'm not at.
It's look on the
Marlon is the closest city to the Grasp, I think. The
Yeah.
closest big city. And
So I thought it was weird.
it's
you guys
also
said it was-
close to Delcross.
it's close to Delcross. They think that, it's going to be under siege soon. And apparently there were lizard folk apparently attacked by ghosts.
Oh, okay. That's why I think I thought it was already fallen. Not that's why.
So-
Yeah, that was what we thought
We are
beforehand. But
under
last
attack
session
from
that we
scary
got
skeletons.
word from some scouts that came from there, and
Oh.
they were keeping it under wraps because it was a weird situation where there was apparently ghosts dealing with that killed the lizard folk. But
Okay, so that's
it's
why.
not fallen, like Tick said, and now we're going
Alrighty.
to go check it out. Also,
Yeah.
Nemesis got stuff
that's why.
there, or not necessarily there, but near the grasp.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. I think that was the main reason why I was confused. Is that was
People want me to go near the grass for some reason.
People don't want to go near the grasp. Yeah, that makes sense.
Go into a literal death trap.
Mm-hmm.
But
Just the front lines. We'll be fine.
So
Yeah.
just Any of us occultists, you know.
I remember did say
Like-
that they were leaving and taking like part of the like a group with them.
Yeah. So
and
what
it's like,
you
they're
what you
taking
yeah
people with them.
yeah. So what you overheard from Ven is that the scout is going to be returned to Marlon with a few individuals to confirm the suspicions involving the lizard folk being destroyed.
Yeah.
We are heading over there too because they are leaving soon. Find them, I feel like they'd, kick us out, but we're
Let's
heading to
get down to the
Marlon.
second city.
Another city.
Well, Marlon isn't actually a city. It is like town-sized.
Okay.
Yay. We're not gonna get
So
banished.
I guess ready
You
to do
can still get banished from
because
Yeah.
we're gonna head out soon.
Mhm.
It's just more likely you can show up near, your end's lifetime. They might just forget about you.
Don't you?
We're probably never going back to Platinum Home unless you change your name and your look.
Right. Do you guys have anything
Also,
that
only
you
to,
guys
like-
need to do before we leave?
Wait, so where are we again?
We're in Delcross right now, and we're gonna go to Marlin soon.
Okay. I'm okay. I'm fine.
No rations, supplies, things like that.
Got a cart full of rations.
Please.
Rations
I
last
got
us
Sure
a
we're
century.
good with rations.
Food is for the weak.
I don't know. Sometimes at this point I feel like I forget about rations because we have this, walking berry tree.
Oh yeah,
I
we
assume
do
just-
have.
I just assume he feeds us berries as long as he has spell slots at the end of the day.
It's like just living on nothing but Soylent. You need other food, dude.
Yeah.
That's our child. He has our magic berries, and we have beef jerky.
Are you guys sure that you're good? No potions, no armor fixed.
Well, let me double check. Didn't I give someone a potion
Serious?
during the last time?
I've got a bunch of potions.
Yeah.
I think I gave someone a... No, wait, I think I did give someone a potion.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, one is fine.
All
We're
right.
all good then. Then
Yeah,
we
yeah.
could
that should be
go
fine.
to the stables and get our horses and the elk. Not our horses. We don't have Brutus anymore.
Oh, Ripperinia.
Alright.
Someone decided to kill Brutus off.
How could this happen to me?
I mean, it's not my fault you guys failed at that perception check and let him get right up in your faces before then.
And we still could not save. We could not save Kevin and the tiger. Trying.
Yeah. Oh well. That isn't me. This world is
Yeah,
not for non-magical horses.
Let's get our magical creatures.
Yeah.
We are so bad at
They not trust each other.
the
All
only animals we have now are literally unable to die.
And,
Yeah, we have bad animal skills.
Well, that and also bears.
Scamper and Archimedes can die.
Bears. Oh yeah, true.
Wait, isn't Archimedes still in like the?
Archimedes is with me. Trust me, I feed him. I swear. I just haven't
Who's
had time to
Archimedes
really
again?
train
Not
him in the
using
past
your-
while.
What was the name of Fortune's pseudo dragon again?
Oh yeah,
Guaranteed.
Raya's an animal too, apparently.
And I guess technically you're half an animal.
Like, just because you like being in a range and a harness doesn't make you an animal.
Okay. So,
Wink wonk.
you go ahead and you make your way through to the stables. As you come by, you do hear the town criers speaking out. They don't actually say much outside of Marlon reported still standing. Lord's got to send troops to reinforce or evacuate any civilians. I say again, Marlon is still standing. Right, so you make your way.
I bet we're like gonna go to Marlon and be on a battlefield.
Yeah.
That's how
Let's
it's
do
gonna
it.
be.
Yeah, it's just giving like, huh, Marlon should be here, but all I can see is this massive irradiated crater. It's weird.
Oh my.
All right. So, you grab your Elkin, your magical horse. You are able to get them all saddled up. And who's leading the horses?
I
Where
learned
are
the
you,
last time.
So Delson is okay. Make a perception check for me, Delson.
Why do you... Wait, why am I leading your horse? I thought we agreed that we were switching off.
Too late now.
We're all in. Like we're pulling a cart.
16,
so it's not
okay.
any-
As you begin to guide the horses towards the front gate, you can see, over in the distance, you can see several Lord's Guard, all like just getting up on armored horses of their own. You count about 8 of them. They all seem to be human, mostly, but you see one human particularly towering much more above the others, which you kind of recognizing with the full helmet on would have to be Ven. Alongside, you can see the scout, which you had spoken to the night before. He's just currently like brushing the mane of his horse and ensuring that all his equipment is ready to go.
Well, let's ignore him.
Are they like by the gate or something?
They're about 20 or so feet away. There's another set of stables nearer to it, which appear to have like more of the horses for the actual like Lord's Guard and such.
Okay.
Is there a
So we
crowd?
can still go to the gate. They're not blocking the way.
No.
Yep. Is there like a crowd of people nearby, like watching them?
There's a couple of people. There's a bit of a crowd, but it's given the amount of time that they've been preparing for a siege, it's not uncommon for them to see this, so many of them pay him no mind.
Yeah.
Let's just casually FO.
Okay.
All right. So,
Do we hear anything as we walk by them, or do we have like specifically go and try to hear them?
you would have to make a perception check.
Well,
And the DC will be pretty high because you're trying to listen to him from 20 feet away in a
Okay.
crowded city.
Yeah, just try it. Why not?
10.
On that 20. Okay,
You
no, I didn't expect
you don't hear anything. Just the sounds around you are just drowning everything out. So, your car is examined, but you are quickly let through into the front gate, out of the front gates. Looking out at this point now, you can see in the distance, while it is cloudy above you, it is clear many miles ahead.
So those rain clouds just moved over here. Okay.
Well, it looks like the tail end of the rain clouds are passing by at this point.
Yeah.
You assume if you were to wait like 2 or 3 hours, they would probably pass over the rest of Del Cross.
Well, that's fine. All right, let's start heading to Marlon.
All right.
So,
So,
Marlon Brando.
Cool.
so to get from
Marlon.
Del Cross to Marlon, at a normal pace, it will take you about 5 days. But it'll take you 3 if you push the horses a little bit. But obviously, it'll make it a little bit difficult to see where things are going.
Yeah, I don't
What,
think we're in a
two?
rush. We're just like
What
traveling.
horses?
Doesn't sound. It's kind of like it sounds like we're in a rush, but at the same time, not really.
Yeah,
there's
no.
no like time-sensitive thing that we're chasing. We're just traveling.
No,
Yep.
it's just, we're gonna go visit a town that's ravaged by ghosts.
Yeah,
That's the only time
It's-
to do the thing.
yeah, it's fine.
Not
That
really.
sounds
The
fine
ghosts are
right
the ghosts
now.
are supposed to be ghosts
Yeah.
of. Yeah,
Okay.
they were on our side. The ghosts are on our side, so it's like
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds neat, actually. Having an army of ghosts.
Well, like, not that we really know that, but it's not like they're like the town didn't fall because the ghosts defended it, quote unquote, from the lizard folk tribe that
The
or
ghosts
whatever
over
was nearby. That
Dream.
yeah. So if
Yep.
we run into ghosts and they fight us, then who knows? We'll see.
So this is where
Then
we
we'll
run
punch a
into.
ghost.
This is where we run
It's not
into.
really.
The
There's not a
secret
clock in place.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're going
Go
to
into the
As
necromancer.
I'm dead.
so you're going to get normal pace. Got it. Okay. So
I have a marker for us.
I need someone other than Delson then to make a perception check as you make your way through to Marlon.
Yay.
So who's making that perception check?
Your child.
Not Dirt Charlie just said that.
Oh.
Can I make it?
No, he said other than Delson.
Okay.
Yeah,
Other
Fortune,
than
if you want to,
Delson?
go ahead.
Delson's driving. I thought we. Never mind. Then sure, Dirt Child.
Can I keep my divine sense up?
If nobody else does it, I'll
Sure.
do it. And you guys don't want me to.
Section of 9. Okay. So, you begin to make your way towards the town of Marlon. You're going at a relatively steady pace, and you don't see many people walking up and down this road. At the most you see in the first 3 or so hours, you spot maybe 1 or 2 people making their way to Delcross. Around the 4th hour, as you're just kind of relaxing and getting used to, getting adjusted for the journey, you hear a voice behind you. Clear the road!
I guess that must be the guards.
As you turn around, you can see what appears to be 8 armored riders on horseback, kind of not at the same pace as you, probably a little bit quicker, but they are gaining quite quickly, and they're just heading towards you.
Okay. Then I guess move a little to the right or something.
Yup.
How big is the road?
The road is big enough that 2 carts can go side by side with each other.
So we're
Yeah,
just
move to one side.
Yeah.
we're not just those assholes that are taking up both sides of the road, are we?
So you pull the horses, you pull Hanel and Diorian a little bit to the left. You do partially go off the road a bit, but you're still able to keep your normal pace. And a few seconds later, you see the 8 horsemen just essentially going at. They go into a full gallop just so they can get ahead of you. But eventually, the 8 of them pass. You do see the one at the front kind of look in your direction. You can't see him anymore because he's got a helmet on. But one of them just looks at you all while you go by, and then just keeps making the horses go forward.
Well, it just has a big smile and wave.
And
Why?
Just,
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
yeah, and then you pull the horses back onto the road, and you're able to continue.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. Right
So
till I
many
can't
distractions,
no
so many off-reference things that are part of the game.
more.
Not
Hey,
necessary.
I'm the one who's driving.
Verisimilitude.
I've got murder hobos in the back.
Singing Queen.
All right, so
Run. Copyrighted.
you
I'm
spend
just too damn perfect, I know.
So the remaining 4 hours go uneventful. You don't run into anything in particular. The riders that were ahead of you slowly go into the distance. They are obviously going at a faster pace than your horses are. But
Yeah.
eventually, you
ready?
end the first day of your travel rather uneventful. So,
I wouldn't expect monsters to want to attack a cart next to 8 armed soldiers.
Very stupid creatures.
Well, at least bandits wouldn't.
Alright, so you set up camp in a small little... you find a small area just off the side of the road. You still got sight of the road, but you're able to find like a small sort of... A set of trees are able to provide adequate cover from the elements. So, is there anything that you all want to do before you settle down for the night?
So, guys, I was just thinking. We've been traveling again, so why not start talking to each other? I mean, still with some of you, including some of our new additions, I feel like we don't know each other as well as we used to.
As we used to.
Well as the original group of us did before we entered Platinum Hold.
Right?
Yeah, pretty...
Yes.
Well, we changed people. We got Raya, lost Neri, and have Violet now, so it's real.
Yep. It's still a handful of new people, so I was thinking perhaps we discuss some stuff about our lives, particularly we let each other know in on some of our worst moments for things that we tried to do, but it didn't go as we planned.
Why in God's name would you want to relive that?
Aye.
Yeah, some of those things are pretty
Well,
dramatic.
for me, it's a little bit cathartic to look at things that I've failed to accomplish and then laugh at them.
Shared trauma can bring people together.
Exactly. Alice understands me.
What, comedy? Tragedy plus time equals comedy?
Well, you know what they say. All comedy is rooted in tragedy.
I don't know what you're talking about. None of us went to school, Delson.
Really?
Well, I didn't.
I went to basic schooling, but...
Nemesis,
I think
didn't you
Nemesis
hear that with your
potentially the only one who did.
I went to school.
Heard it a few times, though I didn't go to school. I had tutors.
Exactly.
Close enough.
She had
It's private schooling.
pretty much. So yeah, if we
So
do
what are you,
this,
what are you suggesting? We speak in a circle.
yes, and
Oh,
as the
that's
one who
a
suggested
joke.
it. Well, too bad. Everyone gather in a circle.
Mm.
As Nemesis just like trying to figure out how can I be not here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Quickly,
Do
quickly
I
cast
have
invisibility on
greater
us.
invisibility prepared?
Or not you.
Yeah.
One of us has invisibility, I know.
Crothonalis is thinking how he can cause as much pain as possible without leaving any lasting damage to Delson.
But yes, as the one who suggested this, I will be the one who starts out.
Fudge.
So as you're all well aware, I come from a family that has some druidic ties. This means I've also met quite a few druids during my time as well, including one who, well, when we were younger, they were still in training, and they barely learned the ability to change shape into a different creature. So, during this time, I was still like around 9 or 10, and I was just I was just joking around with her, seeing what she could turn into, and at some point I suggested, hey, Euphoria, why don't you turn into a rabbit? And well, she actually listened to that. And at the time I thought it was hilarious. In fact, both of us did. And well, we then just began to play hide and seek, basically. It was hilarious, actually. Just like people were just staring at me and just watching this tiny redhead kid wondering why the hell is he playing with the rabbit? Why is this rabbit actually playing with him? And it was all good and all. Until we came into this little alcove near the forest, and well, we weren't looking where we were going, and Ophelia, she ran right into a trap. And I, too, got caught into like a rope trap and was hanging upside down. After that, it turned out there was like someone was there just hunting for some food, and they saw a child and they saw a rabbit. And well, they went to get the rabbit to, well, try and eat the rabbit. Of course, Ophelia did her time on wild shaping, it ran out just at the last moment, but yeah, I almost got my friend eaten. Well, I was just hanging up like a limp fish.
I'll agree. Funny story. Glad she, didn't get eaten. Your friend didn't get eaten.
Yeah. To this day, people now say to not go playing with rabbits. And in fact, Ilya is told to not be around me because of this, too.
I wonder why. He almost got her killed.
Yes. Yes, I know. And to this day, I regret it. And I also wonder, to this day, why didn't I ask her to become a dog instead?
Rabbits
Sometimes people eat dogs too, you know.
Is that your great regret?
Less likely.
They
Well,
eat dogs where you
not really.
live.
I grew up in the slums of Platinum Hold.
Yeah, but around
Sometimes you don't have
Yarim,
any food.
that's still considered like a taboo and frowned upon. Like, you'll get a weekend
Nevertheless,
for it.
have you...
Yes.
Never mind, I don't want to know.
Can I just back away from Beleth?
No one trusts.
What's the difference between a dog and a rabbit?
The taste.
Dogs are loyal companions, man.
And rabbits aren't?
I feel like it has something to do with the sentience and intelligence of a creature.
I see no difference, to be clear.
Yeah. I'll agree with
They're
that
both
at that
very
point.
intelligent and kind creatures, but they are still meat.
Yeah.
If there's too many of them, they can become a nuisance.
Mhm.
And doesn't really matter.
Oh, who's next?
It's fine.
I'm gonna look to Floriana.
Is this because I agree with Liv? I'm
Maybe it is. You don't know.
So what terrible things have you done, Floriana?
I
Valis smiles and laughs.
don't know.
He's always smiling, but... Anyways.
I don't know. Terrible things.
I'm writing all your guys' stories down, by the way.
I don't know.
Doesn't necessarily need to be a terrible thing.
I know.
It just has to be something that you feel you messed up with and have some regrets with.
Yeah. Well, I'll still, I think, probably forever, regret that I couldn't keep a promise to her, like, consider to my sister and how to, like, continue to, like, help and love our family, but after she had passed, it's like, because when I grew up enough, I got, because when I figured out I was a sorcerer, I had to flee from my home, and I just really wish that never happened, because she had passed. Now they don't have a daughter anymore. I'm just traveling because I don't think I ever really want to go back home. Yes.
All just because you can cast magic.
Yeah, I think people it's a smaller town, so some people were always still more suspicious of it, you know, because just of it. Sometimes I do think I
Sad that
wish
the greatest, this terrible thing is just you being yourself. It's not very good.
I agree very much on that. Just wanting acceptance for it. Sometimes I regret making a promise because I didn't know at the time all that could happen.
Well, just know that we're all a band of misfits.
I do feel pretty accepted here.
I hope we can do our best.
I hope they really are okay, even though we're both gone.
And what was the name of the place you came from?
Crap, I really wish I wrote it down.
Notes.
I remembered where I put it. I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember.
I really wish I wrote it down when I remembered it. I know.
Crawling in my car.
Actually, I think you mentioned before, but I don't-
I didn't want to be too far away from it. No. Oh, maybe I was gonna go with, oh. Crap. Alright. Oh wait, I think that might have been at Goldfield? Might have been it. I seriously wish I actually wrote it down when it's like, you know, this is the city I'm gonna pick.
That's why
And
you
then
gotta take notes.
And then forget to write it down. Yes, I know, I hate the fact. I think I was busy when it...
A reminder
I'm
to
terrible
all
taking notes,
players
but I've been
to
doing a lot
always
more
take
lately
notes.
Yeah.
I know.
I have it.
What is it?
I have the notes because Floriana told me about it. Camp.
Camp. Was Camp?
Oh yes, yeah, because you mentioned.
Yeah,
I
it was
remember
camp.
that being-
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
No, I definitely didn't come from Camp, because that was just the town I was right before I met you guys.
Oh,
Yeah, she did say
Right,
like
well, that's
she
the one
wasn't.
that you told us about.
Yeah, because I remembered mentioning it. But you guys asked me, like, what was I doing before I met you guys? Like, I was a merchant in Camp.
yeah, because you left your actual home and then went there and then became a merchant.
Yeah, so I think something on that I couldn't make my way to Exeter. It would either be probably Growfield or Goldfield, I think. Because I decided I'd be from this continent. I think Goldfield, unless that sounds odd, right?
Goldfield?
Yeah. Unless there's something I
Where's
should know
that
about Goldfield that makes
Where's
that
that
makes that
Growfield?
contradictory.
No, not really.
It's gold.
Okay. Because also
I
does
know.
Trying to find it on the map, unless it's not on the map.
it's on the
It,
website.
it is. It is. It's just Blurb Hamlet's Moor. It's right next to Mithril Hammer.
Oh, okay.
Hey, dwarves.
Oh, Goldfield. There we go. Yeah,
I'll just write it here.
Yeah. Always take notes, people.
yeah.
Mostly because since it's
Actually, about your own character.
I know.
Yeah, that's just like
Yeah,
a
man.
character detail that you should know.
I
More
know.
than, more than like
If only,
notes.
if only there was a whole like tab in the character sheet which is just called background and story.
I know. Once I wrote it there by accident, it's like, oh yeah, I did write that down. Like,
Okay, who's next?
I'll go next. Since nobody else is coming.
Mhm.
Going up.
No one wants to admit their failures.
Well, I had already partially shared some of this with you, but as you know, I grew up in Platinum Hold, and I grew up as quite a poor child with parents that weren't around very often, and the only time I spent some time with them, but it was mostly just working. Helping them with their job so that we could live. And we oftentimes faced hardships and discrimination because of who we were. They weren't very skilled or smart or important. So they were oftentimes accosted, and so was I. And these feelings grew within me and tempered into anger and violence oftentimes, and frustration. And so I ended up lashing out and at many people, and I was beaten, scalded, shoved to the outside of our little community. Eventually that was one of the biggest reasons why I had to leave. Eventually, after that happened, they ended up losing their position there and had to find other work because of me. And that's why I don't feel like I can see them now without being looked down upon for who I was. So I can definitely understand, Oriana, where you're coming from.
thank you. Yeah, I understand.
We all understand, Alice.
But
Don't
now,
worry.
then you may not believe it, but I wasn't a very big child. I was very skinny and weak. But now, I am not. So I do hope to, and I already have a bit given back to them, at least I've tried. And now they're gone from Platinum Hold, it's from what I know. Maybe I'll be able to see them sometime at some point. And they'll see what I've become,
Yeah, maybe you can find them again.
and what friends that I've made. It's bittersweet, but I don't think that they'll forgive me. Just try to do good. And Volith is just like, because it's like nighttime now. Volith is just like staring at the sky, at the smallest moon there of Karmora. What's the name of that again, Tick? Because you said it at one point, and it was one of the few things I didn't get written down in part of my notes.
Oh, right, from when you did that massive note-taking session
Yeah.
last time. It was... Let me just get it here,
Because there's like 5 moons. You mentioned that, and I was like, what? There's 5 of them? I'm not even going to go into that, the orbital mechanics of that, Tick. But anyways.
I've already explained in a previous session the orbital mechanics. Let me
Most
just...
I've seen is, like, most in a D&D world I've seen is 3.
Yeah, the small moon.
What's the dragon?
The
last?
smallest
3
moon
moons of magic.
is Pollute. It is a pure white moon.
Yeah.
So
So I'm
what's
just-
it supposed to like still?
Yep. Everyone hug Dallas.
Well, this
Just
it's all zoned out, staring at the sky, and everybody,
Yeah.
Elson like grabs him. I was like,
Yeah, everyone really grapple checks.
Did anyone else hug him, or is it literally
yeah, just if
Elson?
it's just Elson, that's totally okay. That'd be funny,
I'll do it.
especially after saying everybody hug him, and then it's just like, oh.
I'll hug you too. I'll hug you too, Bliss.
Don't
everyone.
hug people.
Yep.
Let's roll a grapple checks.
I get a visual hug from Nemesis.
You
get like
a soft look.
He doesn't even get a head pat. That's sad.
You get like a sympathetic, mournful nod from Trothna.
You aren't huggers.
Thank you.
Doesn't
Even though I have hugged her
Otherwise,
multiple
she does a
times.
lot more.
That's what I was implying with the visual hug.
Yep.
Anyways.
Yep.
So, yes. I can't help but think that we've heard some of the worst things that you've done, Trothnar, but maybe there's more.
I suppose, being lied to for decades and turning out you're in a murderous death call is kind of a mistake, but... I mean, I've had a few. There was the time when I was wee, and I may not look it, but my family, I come from a fairly esteemed family. My family's put on a... And you guys heard of a little dwarven outpost called Underook?
No.
Let me see. Close to Underbrook?
Obviously I have, right?
You would, just because of proximity to it, with it between Ulmendau and Underrock.
Yep.
Yeah, I assume I would know just because I lived in Platinum Hold. And
Yeah, you haven't seen it, but,
Connections and whatnot.
obviously, as the dwarves do tend to keep in communication with each other, you have heard people from this.
I'll just
Those of you that
say I've heard. It's on my way to keep on the way Dexter.
vaguely, you know more about Mithril than Underrock.
Agreed.
But those of you that do know a majority of it, and obviously Trafnar himself, you know that it is kind of this gnomish dwarvish hybrid, mostly just because of its proximity to Galaro. Oftentimes, a lot of the machines that are made in Galaro are acquired by Underrock for use in the mines. It is believed that the first Celestine forges originated in Underrock.
So my family used to be for a good few generations we were the High Kings on Underick. But then we had a somewhat messy fall from grace and ended up being ostracised and most of us outcast. But before that, before this whole ill came out, that me and an old friend were pissing about in one of the old forges deep in the hold, and when the Master Smith was working on a a new breastplate for the head of the guard, and well, we were, and we, and he was out on running an errand, and he left it in his workshop. Me and a mate of mine were pissing about with it, and trying it on, and pretending to, be great heroes and fighting with hammers and that kind of. We hadn't started to come back, and we panicked and dropped the armor that this man had been, that this guy had been working on for months, and it and fucked it all up, ruined all the decut and ruined all the filigree and the craftsmanship and stuff, and we ended up, and because we were two scared little boys, we blamed it on one of the Forge Master's assistants, one of the poor boys from the slums, and poor bastard got flogged within an inch of his life. And I've always God, I felt so fucking guilty about that, and I just remember just the fucking shame and knowing that I lied to my father, I lied to fucking everyone really, and this poor bastard got bruised and battered because of something I did, and God, I just felt that essentially from then that I would always fess up to my actions and never take the fall for anyone else, and I'll always, try to at least seem to do the right thing, and don't hurt and don't be selfish, but just go for try to help the most amount of people, but I mean that's a really small thing, I suppose. Low life like mine, I've had a bit of regret and some bad memories that I'm trying to. Some try to suppress deep down, some try to work through, but that's all I kind of feel like sharing, guys, sorry.
It's okay. You're among regretful companions.
Indeed you are.
Alright, which pass is next?
Silence.
What?
Don't worry, I'll figure this one out.
I was just gonna say, how about we don't know nearly anything about you, Rhea.
Yep. I just rolled a d4 and it came out what I assigned Rhea as a number.
Nice.
I'm gonna just kind of look at all y'all and sigh. Look, to be entirely honest, I'm not for
Thing
this
is on, but I don't hear her.
sharing boohoo crap.
I can hear her.
Y'all can hear me?
I can.
Yeah, I can hear.
You don't care to share the boohoo crap.
Give me a second.
Here,
Peach
let
con.
me try to...
And let's see.
Did that do it? Is it
Yeah,
finished?
I can hear you.
Okay,
Hey.
sorry. I'll start over. Look, I'm not for the sharing is caring boo-hoo crap. Let's hug it out. But since y'all are just dying for a sob story, I guess I'll indulge you. I was
Doesn't have to be
raised in a
sad.
monastery.
It's just something bad that happened to you.
So
Indeed.
clearly y'all
Elson's-
are all
Elson's was
troubled
funny.
individuals. So, but I was raised in a monastery from a very young age. I was abandoned by my parents because I guess they thought I was crap too. And I would say about from 12 onward, I developed a little bit of a tendency to want to, well, first off, rebel, and secondly, to fight. I love fighting, and that's what made me very well trained, but I wasn't disciplined, which most of the masters at my monastery weren't fond of. But it was pretty often we would spar with other members to keep our skills sharpened. And I decided to take on this girl who had been begging me to train with her. She was younger than I was. I was 16 when it happened, and I guess I underestimated her skill, and she clocked me in the face a little hard, and I blacked out. And when I woke up, I was being restrained by my masters, and she was on the floor, and she wasn't breathing. And she didn't recover. She died. And, they really can't let people who kill others stay at the monastery, so I was expelled. So there you go. Is that tragic enough for you?
You murdered someone.
Jeez.
What do you want me
You
to
know that's a
say?
crime, right?
Not very far off from what happened to me, Rhea.
Insight to see if she's telling the truth.
Go ahead, make an insight check.
Wait, I didn't hear what he said.
Grayson wanted to make an
he's just
insight
gonna-
check, but he rolled a natural.
Grayson.
He rolled a natural one, so he
Oh, he did, yeah.
very difficult to read.
Yep.
Nat one on
Actually,
insight.
now I think about it, I don't know why Balip didn't do an insight. He seemed to question why. He seems kind of questioning about why I expelled just for being a magician for a spellcaster.
Eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only gonna
just,
roll it if it's like an actual question
just-
about whether you're lying or not.
Or just Gration really misreads it, and she thinks that like that Raya's a serial killer, and we're her next victims.
What is the question?
I feel like if any of you think anyone's a serial killer, it's me. But thank you.
Yes, definitely. But yes, I'm gonna look at. Alright, I'm going to ask her.
I remember you.
Is this why you keep drinking so much now?
I drink for a lot of reasons, but is that one of them? Probably. I guess seeing her dead face in my nightmares every night doesn't really make living a whole lot easier.
Very casual about this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it suits her personality. Do you like that? Okay.
Y'all
Trust
wanted
me, if you-
something sad, so there you go. Just because I'm not secretive and quiet and, cry for more dark stuff. I mean, it is what it is, and I've moved past it. And now I'm here being a hero with y'all, so maybe I can redeem myself.
So Raya's a sociopath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we've
she's
gotten
a tough
from
girl.
this.
Yeah, that's what we've gotten.
Is this
I
where we
like that.
set a
She's,
watch?
I like that.
Is
I
this
like
where we
Raya
set a
more
watch
now.
just for? Is this where we set a watch just for Raya? It's like
Yeah, we have a watch for the camp and then a watch for Raya. No, guys, come on. Let's not deal with this. No, it's the way things are sometimes. Misunderstandings can lead to a lot of things.
All right.
Fucking Grayson. No, it's simple. We just tie one leg to the other before we go to sleep, and then she can't move.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Anyways, we're not gonna hobble Raya.
Yep.
What would you have to roll to hog tie someone?
Well, there used to be a used rope skill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be a dexterity check in that case.
Yep.
For like the first game I ever ran, I had a buddy who was a rogue who just like dumped all of his skills into use rope, and it was the funniest thing.
That sounds amazing fun.
Were they a Boy Scout? Essentially.
No, he was very close to your character, Delson.
Ah. So a
Yeah.
fuckboy.
Yeah, he's a fuckboy. I was the
I-
DM, and I sent a succubus just like in their general direction, and he just hook, line, and sinker. The rest of the party went into the basement of a tavern, and he was tied to a bed with a gag, and he was like, it was great. Anyways,
Anyways.
it's like, hey,
Yeah.
like, hey guys, good, well done killing the Elder Dragon. I just tied this really sick overhand hitch.
Yep. Next would
Anyway.
be
integration.
yep.
next in the
Go
circle.
with the dirt child.
I want to play a character who just goes around tying ropes. That sounds amazing fun.
Kind of care.
I guess my story
Oh my
with the rest of you doesn't quite match up to the dark theme. But
Mm-hmm.
He's a good boy.
Yep.
Sorry.
In the dark, Delson's still pretty lighthearted.
back in my hometown, when I was growing up, I had this little sort of meadow area that I used to train myself, or more correctly, I'd have my father train me. And this one time, I had a very close friend of mine, female. She wanted to see me train for once. And that particular day, I was feeling confident. I wanted to show off a little. Not because of her. A little because of her.
Insight? No.
Yep,
Yeah.
okay, make an insight check.
I want to make it roll an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Doesn't sound hard.
I want to do so too.
Okay. I think okay, there's no more insights after Dalton then.
Mm.
But you can still make that insight because he was because you used that as well.
Yeah, that's alright.
15.
I'm the world's greatest detective.
You're
Gratian.
like, I know a fuckboy. Fuckboy knows fuckboy.
Oh.
No.
Fuck boy, respects fuck boy.
Nice.
Oh wow, deception. Nice.
Deception is 16.
Damn it, he got away with it.
It might have been an aspect, but it doesn't sound like it was primarily it.
I remember this.
So I convinced my dad to hold up an apple about 50, 60 feet away. And I brought her over and I went to shoot the apple. And if you remember from the last time we did this whole bonding thing, I didn't hit the apple. I hit my dad.
Boogie woogie woogie.
And I mean, he didn't die or anything at this time. But it was embarrassing on my part. So I ran to help him. I didn't realize I set up a little rope trap by a tree. So while I was running over to help him, I got caught up in my own trap. And, went upside down very fast. And the whole time that girl was watching. So, compared to you guys, it's nothing. But it happened to me and it was pretty big for me. That's really the end of it. And my dad left me hanging for probably a good few hours. That's about it.
Let me get this straight.
I
Your
love-
dad
I
left
love
you
that.
hanging.
How long?
I mean, to be fair, I shot him.
True.
But to be unfair, it was only the hand. He could have done it. He could have let me go.
Let me go.
What you did.
It's very funny. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
A shameful display.
Well, it's not the kind that would like stifle back laughter, but Colton is stifling back laughter for sure.
Yeah, I'm stifling back laughter as well, but Nelson is not. He's just like, he pats
That's
a child on the head.
Yeah. At
I
least we
mean,
know
like-
you were good at making traps.
Yes.
And one's a fuckwit, always a fuckwit, I suppose.
Pretty much, actually. Okay. I'm all flip a coin now to see who goes next.
Devil or angel.
That one
Mhm.
electrum that we have.
I thought you
Yep.
turned that into a. I thought you turned that
Devil
into a
Yeah.
necklace.
She
It
did.
is. It's around my neck.
Okay, so
Who the fuck
Nemesis?
is some-
Nemesis, Fortune, who's
Electrum
calling?
is-
Who's calling what it is? One of you call heads or tails.
What to do?
I mean, can't.
I feel like
Fortune
the
just
head is
go?
Nemesis and the tail is Fortune
No, I
because
think
devil
Nemesis
tail
should go
and
first.
I'm
Angel
flipping
head.
then.
ass
Mr.
Fortune.
Blue
Yeah,
Sky.
that's funny. Even though Nemesis is thicker than Fortune.
It's tails, so looks like it's fortune.
Oh boy.
Carry on.
Alright. Mine's honestly really easy compared to some of yours. I'm looking at you, Raya and Valith. Pretty much, I was attempting to get better at climbing trees as a kid. I was very dumb and I picked the biggest tree.
Classic fortune.
I got impaled in the side by a branch and I had to stay at the hospital for a long time.
Oh.
Well,
how,
I mean,
how high did you fall to get impaled?
I got to the top. I hit quite a few on the way down. A couple broke.
ow.
Oof.
Do you have a scar?
Yeah? Do you want to see it?
Sure. I was just asking if you had it.
I mean,
Yeah,
why
Nemesis is
not?
like, what do you mean? Yeah, Valith is yeah, sure. Only asked
Why
because that
not?
does sound like a pretty. If it was a tree as I imagined you would climb, it would be very tall. And that would be very, very painful.
Yeah, considering the trees we've seen her climb, it would be very large.
How'd you fall? Like, you got to the top, shouting victory, and just suddenly fell over?
That sounds pretty accurate. I don't know if it's true though.
Yeah, that sounds like a fortune move.
Damn you, tree! I will take vengeance.
Like, vengeance on the tree, which you come back with an axe and chop it down.
Alright, so Fortune just takes off the jacket, lifts up the first layer of shirt, lifts up the second layer of shirt, moves down the bare fabric around her waist, pulls down the pants a little bit to show
Shake
off
it
a
day.
nice large scar on her left side.
Well then,
And just looks away out of politeness.
how did you survive that?
My father was a cleric. He worked there. That's how I survived.
That makes sense. Time stress.
Just imagining you're like him coming out into the backyard or wherever, someplace, and like, you're just lying like impaled to a tree. Help! Help! Help, please!
Tiny squeaky little Fortune. Help! Oh God, help! It hurts.
Jeez, I feel like the rest. No, we'll do that some other time.
I mean, there's still plenty of trees. She could get a matching scar on the right side if we're lucky.
No, I mean, I believe
Only if we're lucky.
I believe the rest of us also have scars, but that's for another day, another time.
Oh no. Alright,
That
Nemesis,
was-
what's yours?
Yep. Come on,
Me?
princess. Yes.
I think I have a scar.
The rest of us have shared.
Show us
I'm gonna
your
take a punt on what yours is, and it's he used a dessert spoon while eating soup.
Oh,
I don't to say I haven't had any real failures.
Fuck off, of course you have. Everyone has.
Yeah, everyone's made some mistakes.
why are you?
Everybody has
My
those
mother
days.
did not allow failures, therefore I had none.
And why are you running from home?
Indeed,
That's a long, complicated answer.
okay. Because I mean,
And
my
all
story,
of which is good moments and success on your part.
Not
Like it.
exactly.
I explained why I'm not traveling now.
I. Right? can count this as a failure, as more disturbing. It's something that I'm regretful of. When I was younger, in R, I used to be very, the normal children thing, eat fruit, get sticky fingers, play in the dirt, things like that. And my mother was never fond of that. She does not like messes. So, one day, gotten especially dirty, I had played in the mud outside in the garden. Ruined my dress, my hair, things like that. My mom was none too pleased, but for once, instead of scolding me, she just told me to get cleaned up, and I thought it was odd for her. So, I cleaned up. The day went on as normal, and then I went to sleep. Is that my mother, in attempt to get me to stop messy and dirty, had the servants collect from the garden, and she made them come into my room and pour them on my bed. I woke up in the morning covered in ants, worms, beetles, things like that. Was never dirty again. So I guess that's a failure of mine.
That's horrible.
It sounds more like it's a failure of your mom as a parent.
Yeah.
She was just teaching me a lesson.
I'm going to be honest with you. If my mom heard that story, she'd probably shoot your mom in the throat for that. Because just hearing that doesn't sound like a lesson. That sounds like abuse.
Aye.
Yes. You may think that you had a
Fuck your mom.
kind, or not kind, but a good and proper and noble upbringing, but that doesn't sound very good to me. I grew up in squalor, and my parents held me as a child. They cared for me.
Well,
But
I
it
guess
doesn't sound
things
like
are
you had-
different.
Doesn't sound like you had that. That's very sad.
Look, I'm like Raya. I don't want pity. I don't want boo-hoo.
It's not pity. It's truth.
It is.
It's honesty. Seeing things the way they should be. Instead of the way that people think they should be.
Well, I told you my story. Are you satisfied?
I think Valith just walks up and gives her a big hug.
Everyone group up Nemesis.
Yeah.
No, that's not
Now
what
you
I...
guys get group hug. You did this
Yep.
to me last Sunday. I'm gonna do it to you now.
Yep. Join in on the hug, Fortune.
Well, of course Fortune's joining in on the hug.
Yep.
Raya vomits.
Everyone hug the Nem. She went through a lot.
Nemesis, you hear Hadel a little bit away, just says, I do the same, but I have no hands.
I was half expecting Mel to go. Gay.
He's so
No, that's Raya.
cute.
Raya's saying that. He's just like.
I don't know.
watching this, like,
I don't know
gay.
why they're doing that, but for the record, if I could, I would, but I can't.
No.
Because he can only understand Celestial, and you guys are talking in common.
Yeah.
Tennessee just looks highly uncomfortable.
Everyone comforts the mom.
You swear you see her hair, even with the dye, go a deep crimson red.
No.
Full body. She's pink now.
Yay! We've changed her color.
Get off! Get off!
She is now hot with shame. Her attack do 1d4 fire damage.
Yep.
She just like fixes her clothes and her hair and things like that. If we're done, I'm going to bed.
Okay.
Emotions, they're so overrated.
I think we're all quite tired after that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stay up to do the first
Pretty
watch.
awesome.
Yeah. Who's doing the
I like the
watches?
idea of
I'll do the watch with him.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah. Alright, how about I give you advantage, Douse?
Give me the advantage.
It has been given.
Yes, the advantage fuels me.
Too intense.
Nice.
21. Okay.
9 plus 10.
So you begin your watch as everyone goes to sleep. Nothing really eventful happens during your watch.
Yay.
And eventually your watch comes to an end. So, who's taking next watch?
I will.
Alright. And who's taking it with Nemesis?
Clearly Fortune.
Okay. Go ahead and either make separate rolls or with advantage for one of you.
Take the advantage.
Still getting over the embarrassment.
Alright. So, during your watch, nothing happens. And eventually it comes to the end of your watch. So, who's on the third and final one?
Oh, yeah, for watches?
Yeah, it's 3 watches to ensure everyone gets 8 hours of sleep, which is what you need for a full rest.
It's the same as it has been for ages and ages.
Yep.
For some reason, I thought I remembered it being 2. I don't know why.
No, that's just,
For a
that's
smaller group.
yeah. Yeah, because keep in mind each watch is 4 hours long.
Yeah.
I love that. No, not Nemesis' mom is the bitchiest bitch to ever be.
Yeah, that was funny.
Bitchiest bitch in the whole wide world. She's. Anyways.
She did mention that.
Well,
All the
Nancy's
boys
mom's
and
the
girls.
biggest bitch in the whole life. Yeah.
Tell the boys and girls.
I'll get on the final watch.
All right, anyone joining Floriana in the final
I'll
watch?
stay with Floriana.
Okay. So once
And
again,
and you can get advantage because
Yes, I don't have. I have a
assume
positive modifier.
yeah, you have a positive modifier.
Well,
Okay.
God damn, I'm stuck in my head now, you awful people.
Well, it's true.
all right.
Well, Carl's mum is a big fat bitch, she's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world.
No,
Yep,
Nemesis.
also Nemesis.
Yeah, so Raya. So at the end of a long rest, you gain all your key points back. You gain all your health back, and you gain half your hit die back if you used any.
In those circumstances, you would get any form of.
Okay.
Rituals like that back.
So you go through your watch. Nothing seems to happen outside of the sun rising.
We just wake up the floor and go, what the fuck is that thing?
What?
We
Right.
praise the sun.
The sun is
But if-
spooky. Here.
But eventually, all of you finish a full night's rest, and
Okay,
you're
Drops ours to be as if he's watching. He rolled a 1. It's like, what the hell's the sun doing here?
It's like,
that is one big fireball someone's casting.
everybody get down.
No, that's the sun.
Oh,
Is that like with someone that has like an intelligence of 5? Is that what they think?
More like an intelligence of 2.
Okay.
That's what the insects I spoke to think from the other campaign.
Oh my god.
Like the frogs that Valif spoke to would
Yeah,
be
that's what I
more
was thinking.
likely to have just been confused, but even then, it's like
Just dumb as piss.
got.
It'd be more like the other way
Running
around.
into.
It's like, stop casting fireballs. It's like, hey, look, someone got the sun down here.
all right. So
I missed them.
you do all of your morning business, and
Giggity.
you load up the horses again. So for your next day of travel. So go ahead, and whoever is not leading the horses, make a perception check. One of yous.
I don't know what you were expecting from those bugs.
I don't know what I was expecting either, but what I got was amazing.
So who's keeping watch while you travel?
Nemesis,
Olive,
pull
no,
your
'cause no one's
armor.
talking.
Can I try?
This is what you guys get when no one
Okay.
says anything. Is Valith does the rolls with associated to wisdom.
Okay.
I mean, Fortune asked if she could, but okay.
Then she'll help me.
Okay.
Well,
Well, that's a
There we
good
go,
thing.
16.
That's a good thing that first roll was good. All right.
Yeah.
So, you go ahead and you resume your travels. You don't see anybody on the road the entire time. You can obviously see a few horse tracks from the Lord's Guard that had passed you the previous day, but beyond that, completely uneventful. And so, for the sake of brevity, during that night and the following morning, nothing else happens on your travels there either. Just the same as doing every single day of resting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
etc.
like I like the idea. Like, there's lots of times where if nothing's gonna happen, like we can just say we travel and we arrive in Marlon. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
indeed.
if you have nothing planned, obviously. If it's just a matter of travel.
so with that in mind, who's taking the first watch on the fourth night?
Oh, we also skipped the third night too. I'm saying it.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll watch with her.
All right. So either separate rolls or with advantage.
This is where he pretends that he actually has something planned. And we
Wait.
just go through that normally.
Dude, you were talking over her.
Sorry.
What did you say?
I said take the advantage because I'm perception's not.
Yes, I shall use the advantage with my powerful elf ears.
They're only slightly pointed.
Yep.
Yes.
17.
It will give you a nasty paper cut.
My
Okay.
ears are not quite knives. They're more like tiny little shanks.
They might knives trap and
Detective vision activate.
So
just imagine an elf running towards you ear first.
the two of you
Don't fuck
begin.
with me.
The two of you begin your watch. The area that you've been able to find is again, it's just off the side of the road. It's a little alcove next to a cliff. And as you just listen and wait, nothing. During so who is it that's taking the second watch?
I'll take second watch.
I'll go with them.
All right.
Yay.
So, Go ahead then, Fortune and Trafnar, go ahead and make your rolls. Either with
Fortune, Medea, I shall give you advantage.
Oh, thank you. Did not help much.
Okay.
It's not my fault anymore.
It's a guy relinquish responsibility.
So, as you are
Oh shit, scientists.
swapping each other's
It's okay.
watch, Delson, you very faintly above you hear the sound of a branch snapping.
One
Fortune, would you never
tarnation.
learn?
I look up. See what snapped.
Okay. So you look up, and it's a little bit different. The cliff isn't super high up, it's only about 15 feet. But as you just look up, you can see, leaning over the top, you can see the scaled face of a lizard folk. And as he looks up at you, he like just leans back with a look of surprise before
Can I point a finger at him?
As you do this,
The fuck are you in? Aye.
we're going to roll for the initiative once I get us over there because my thing's not working properly.
Son of a bitch.
Damn it, I wanted to fire right at its face.
Unfortunately,
say.
You're fucking armored, Trotnar.
Yeah, I kind of want to say.
Fighting in her nightgown again.
Who said I
It's the
seized
middle
my
of the day,
armor?
we're
That'd be so
traveling.
uncomfortable.
Your
Okay.
first
You're on
watch.
watch?
Are
Yeah.
we
Oh yeah, sure.
traveling right now? You said it was the morning.
no. This is at night.
Oh, this is at night? Oh, okay.
So I'll just move.
Get Nemesis
Plus, I'm
picture.
still asleep, so.
Yeah. So at this point, the only people that are awake. Why is my mouse not working for me here? It's because it's trying to drag. It's not wanting to work for me. There we go. So.
Kind of wish you asked me.
So currently, the only people that are awake are Raya, Delson, Fortune, and Trofnar.
Yeah, boy.
So I'll just... One sec. My mouse is being really annoying for me at the moment.
2 to the R to the OTH.
Take it.
Yeah.
That's what I do whenever my mouse isn't working for me. I shake it.
Oh, no,
Like
it's
I'm on a right, bitch.
it's fine. Let's see. Let me just... So, currently, you can see...
Excuse me. Sorry, guys.
Excuse ye, my friend.
And yeah, because that one did so bad on its self-check, you actually do see there is a second one that's there. So that's... Ooh!
Oh yeah, initiative.
God fucking damn it!
Oh, yeah, I guess they do that.
The people
Really
who are sleeping roll initiative too.
Yeah, roll initiative.
It's not putting mine up
With a
there.
disadvantage.
You have to
No,
click
no,
on
no,
your
just-
tokens
just a-
before you
Just a regular
select-
roll.
click
Oh,
initiative.
son of a.
It's fine, I
Son
can
of a
I can manually add
bitch.
yours in.
That was not as good.
Oh, wait, no man, you
Oh,
guys
well,
done
you guys can say my last name. Have fun with that.
Done, done, done.
And now it's gone.
I can even.
Alright.
I don't know why, but I'm such a sleepy boy these days.
You what now?
Yeah, nothing.
He's a sleepy boy. In a sleepy world. He's a sleepy boy.
Okay. So, top of the round.
He's not
The...
awake boy.
One sec, I need to just shift his creation over there because he won't be over there and there, because you guys will all be sleeping nearer to here. I'd add Hanel and Diorium, but unless you're going to actively use them. But either way. So, top of the round, one of the lizard folk just turns around and just begins to speak in a language which you don't understand because you don't have Neri with you anymore.
Dang it.
R.I.P.
And then you watch as he like throws. He picks up what looks to be. It's very crudely built, but it's unmistakably a javelin, and he's gonna throw it at you, Delson.
God damn it.
So that
Hit
is a 21 to hit.
Get me with your car.
Okay, that hits.
So you take 5 points of
Oh,
piercing
yeah.
damage.
I'm okay.
Are you really okay?
Yeah, I'm actually fine.
Where did the end?
Are
You
we
do,
ever
however,
really okay,
hear
Delson?
screams of Barty injury.
Where'd the initiative go? I don't see it anymore.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
keep forgetting that part.
Oy.
Right. So
You just hear a high-pitched scream.
Oh, I'm there.
yeah. If I
Little Timmy's falling down the well.
does his shrieks of pain wake up? Those that are asleep make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Your ass will sleep.
Perception. Kind of okay.
No. None of you do.
Yeah. I need at least.
You need at least a 10, basically.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. You need 10 or higher, so you guys just continue sleeping. Right.
What the lovely sounds of battle slowing me to sleep. It's like AMSR or ASMR.
Okay. So,
Shot at.
that is the end of its turn. You hear some shuffling coming from behind as you watch as another lizard folk leaps off the cliff and is going to attempt to make an attack on you, which will knock you prone if it hits. So,
Who?
So,
onto Delson, because you're the one that's seen them.
Dynamic
God damn it.
artillery.
It was a long ass
it's flying.
That is a 15 to hit.
Can I cutting words that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
7, okay. So now he needs to make an acrobatics check. He makes it, but he does still take 4 points of bludgeoning damage because he did jump from about 15 or so feet.
Oh,
But he doesn't fall on his face.
Yeah, but he doesn't get knocked prone. So I'll just place him here because he also got a really high roll.
Shatters his ankle.
Right, so that is its turn. As you just watch as the lizard folk just like looks up, just like. Okay. Delson, what's your dexterity modifier?
My dexterity modifier. It's a tree. Yeah.
A 3. Okay, you go before you go next then.
I swore you said tree.
Yes.
did.
Sounds like you sound like a Bond villain then.
Yeah. No. No, Mr. Pond. I expect you to die.
My dexterity modifier is fully operational, Mr. Bond.
All right, what are you doing, Delson?
You expect me. In this case, I'm gonna step 5 feet away from Raya, still within range of this guy,
Yep.
and I'm gonna Thunder Wave.
Okay. That'll definitely wake everyone up.
Rip
Yep.
Wait.
Rock
What
So-
a nice
Well, not
noise to
Thunder
wake
Wave,
up
but
to.
Thunder Clap,
So
which is still pretty loud.
yeah, so that is a dex save, is it? That he has to make?
Constitution.
Constitution. That
Shiakazim!
is a 17.
It makes it.
Sorry, man.
I'm sleepy boy.
I guess we're all up. Though, my little brother woke me up with his fucking saxophone this morning, so I can relate.
Oh wow.
Can you send me a saxophone? Because I need one.
Delson went next because he's next on the initiative order. He got a 17 on his initiative.
Oh, my initiative is wrong.
It says, it says Delson has 4 on my screen.
What?
Yeah, it's just 4 as well.
Something's wrong.
You need
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
'cause he
wait,
rolled
he's on
the
there
last-
twice.
He's on
Wait,
the
how am I on there twice? I'm not on there twice.
It only shows him
didn't
on there
roll.
once for me, and he's at 4.
One sec, let me just have a quick look here and do some. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, you didn't do any of that yet.
Okay.
Sorry, my dude.
Oops. I guess we're all still asleep.
Yep, your guys are all still asleep. I'm on there
And
twice.
now comes a lizard.
Oh wait, actually, wait, no. Okay, yeah, I see what's going on. Wait one sec. Oh, I know why. It's because Raya rolled a 19, but she didn't click on the token. Then when she clicked on it and rolled again, it got a 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Raya should go before me.
Yeah. So let me just force that to change over.
And
Yeah, I was confused. Sorry.
It's fine. So let me just force. Why is it not? Why is that? It's going to be quicker if I just do it this way. There we go. All right, Raya, you're up.
Okay, I'm guessing I, of course, am watching this lizard kick down.
Yeah, you just watch this lizard just swing an axe down. You watch it land it, still in it. You hit it go. But yeah.
Can I just start wailing on the lizard then?
Yep. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Can I do another one? Just keep the cop one?
Yeah, so your attack action gives you 2 attacks, and then because you're unarmed, you can make an unarmed attack as a bonus action, or a key point for a flurry of blows. Only the second one hits. So go ahead and roll your damage. 7. Right. So you just be like swinging it, it staggers away, and as you uppercut it in the chin, it staggers backwards, and then as you like essentially try to like double hammer it down, he just whacks it away with his axe. He's just staring at you.
Axe handle.
That's like straight out of Matchy Man's playbook.
Yep.
All right. So, Floyana, make a perception check with disadvantage for me.
Okay.
She senses that there's flowers nearby.
21.
I would definitely sense something.
Okay, so you hear like the exhale as the lizard is hit, because it's a loud like the air's kicked down. So it's like, unfortunately, that's your turn to actually wake up. But you are now awake. You are prone at the moment, however. Let's see. Alright, it is now another one of the lizard folks' turn. He's going to take his javelin and he's going to throw that at Raya. That is going to be a miss. That is a 3.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit anyone.
Well, that's a 3 minus all the modifiers, but even that doesn't even come up to a 10. So, yeah, so that's his turn.
We can barely hit the broadside of a barn.
Right. So, next up is that one. Okay, got it. So, you hear the sound of footsteps. Floyana, you hear the sound of footsteps. And as you just kind of like look over, up towards a cliff, you can see another lizard folk running towards you. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, he's going to make it there in time. He's going to make it there with that much range.
Oh.
Cool. So he's going to make an attack against you. He has advantage because you're prone. Okay, that is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. Yeah, 100 reactionary abilities.
So you take... that's a shitty roll. You take 7 points of slashing damage as the axe just slams into your chest.
Not too bad, except that nearly, I'm near half health already.
Except you are squish.
Yes, I know. It's like I do have a little HP, don't I? Crap.
Nice, that's its turn. Gratian, make a perception check with disadvantage for me. 6. You continue sleeping through, even though Floriana just got axed right next to you.
Sleep.
That's your question.
Valif.
Not my problem.
It's I rolled a 4. I don't know what you're talking about. That's fortune.
Oh, wait, is it? Wait, what? Oh, wait, is it duplicated again for you? Wait,
Yeah, fortune
yeah,
is next.
Okay, clear that off. Yeah, I don't know why it's done this. Okay,
Look,
Fortune,
roll
you're up.
badly just-
Make. Oh no, you're actually awake. So.
Yeah.
Alright, can I make my way over here, please?
Please yell and wake us all up.
So where are you going?
Right next to Delson.
Like that?
Oh,
Crap.
why fortune?
Because I am a fool.
All right. Now keep in mind, because Gratian and Valif are asleep and not classified as engaged, it is not flanking. So you don't get advantage on this.
Okay.
But she still gets
You
sneak
move.
attack. if
She'll
he
still get
hits.
sneak attack,
move
yeah, because
over-
he's engaged
Move over
with
here, you would have
Delson.
advantage
Yep.
if you're trying to do that. But I don't know if that's what you're trying to do.
I'm sorry, my internet, or my Chrome is acting up on my computer, so I'm trying to pull Roll20 up quickly on my phone.
Roll20 doesn't work on your phone usually.
It works well enough that I can see my own character sheet. That's
Oh,
all
you
I
can
need.
actually get into it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably just because Tick is pro. Or something like that.
Mhm.
Can't on either of the games.
He wants to fight the sleep monster.
Excuse me, that's me.
No, their child wants to fight his monsters
In
in his
his
sleep.
sleep, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so currently, like, where you're standing right next to Delson, you wouldn't be flanking, but if you move a further 10 feet ahead, then you'd be then Raya would be flanking. So you'd get advantage.
Okay. Do I have the movement for that? I should have.
Yeah, you do, yeah. You've
Yeah.
only used 15 feet, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I do that then, please?
Yep, go ahead and make your attacks with advantage, then.
That lizard folk is in a DPS sandwich.
Giggity.
I think you mean a DP sandwich.
Yes,
That's
that's
a D I'd have to PS.
Okay, cool.
DP Sandy.
Tom, could you just do my attacks for me?
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm helping.
Yeah.
So I assume with the... Is it the short sword or the rapier you're using?
Rapier has been moved to main hand. Short sword has been moved to offhand.
Okay. So first attack. Yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
Snack attack.
Yep, so... First most it's...
Sneaking on a snack.
So the
Sneaking on a snack. That sounds so
Yep.
wrong.
And I just got a +1 on that one, so 8. And then it is... How many sneak attack rolls is it at this level? I think it's 3, isn't it? Oh, no, yeah, it's 3d6.
Do the big girl damage.
Do it. Yes, thank you.
So that's
That's
18
nice
points of damage in total. Yeah, you just like thrust the blade into its back, and Delson, you watch as the blade just basically is thrusted out of the front of its chest, and as she quickly pulls the rapier away, the lizard folk just crumples down.
Awesome. Nice. Instant kill.
Okay, so that was your action.
It's dead.
It's dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You do have 5 feet more movement though, so you could attack the one next to Floriana too.
You could also just dash, I think, too, right?
Yeah, but you could waste a bonus action doing that.
Yeah,
I
she's
guess
still
not
got
really a waste.
she's got 5 feet of movement and a bonus action remaining.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I
now?
move
Oh
up
yeah,
to
she can move.
Floriana and attack him with that.
Okay.
Yep, go ahead and make just a normal old attack.
I missed that you could make the movement.
Natural 1.
Oh.
So you kind of like you step forward and you swing, but there's at the lizard folk because it like digs the axe into Floriana, and as it does, you just watch its head like flick to the right. There's a sound of like metal colliding with something hard, and as you just like focus, you can see that he's actually got the sword in his teeth. You can just see a
Cool.
big grin
Oh,
on
no.
his face.
If Mary was here, she'd be so hot right now.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Teeth catch.
And then she would eat the fuck out of him because, of course.
Because it's Neri.
Kinky.
All right.
Oh, this counts as a bonus action. Oh, cool.
Yep. So that was the bonus action.
I was looking at
And so that's your entire turn. Okay, so... Nemesis, what's your dex modifier?
My dex mod,
Yeah.
sleeping.
What was that?
I thought
Oh,
Raya was
sleeping?
next.
My dex modifier is 0.
Okay, so you
But
go second
Oh wait.
in this one.
Oh wait, no.
So, those of you that are awake, looking up, you can see, like coming from one of the bushes to the side, a 5th lizard folk. This one, you can see, is holding what appears to be a quarterstaff and is just looking down. You watch as the lizard folk just like points 3 fingers, and they are going to cast fire. What was it called? I keep forgetting because it's like fire.
Scorching ray.
Scorching ray. That was it. Thank you very much.
Oh shit.
All you had to say was the number 3, and I know what spell it was.
Yeah, it's like okay, this is fire. So, all right. So it's
So
gonna
it's
be an attack onto. Yeah. So there's a natural 1. So Raya's fine. That is a 17 to hit on Trofnar.
Yeah, go ahead, that hits.
Okay, and the final one onto Fortune, that is not going to hit. I don't even need to look that up, so it is that much damage. So you take 7 points of fire damage,
Okay.
Trofnar.
Alright. Is that it?
Yep, that's its turn.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just add this one to the initiative order. So, Nemesis, you're still asleep.
Hey.
Perception with disadvantage.
Somebody who's awake should really just make some noise so that they can wake us up.
Yeah,
What do
Gratian
you
and
think
Nemesis
my
are
Doesn't
still
take
asleep.
anything- It's a free
If
action
I-
to yell.
If only someone here had thaumaturgy.
Okay.
He's asleep right now, sorry.
Okay.
He's having a wonderful dream. Actually,
Ugh.
yeah, he is.
He's dreaming of eating dogs.
Excuse me. I dream of eating dogs.
Okay, Valif, you're still asleep, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'll do the
Satchel.
same.
Wait, what's your
Disadvantage.
dex mod?
What, mine?
Yeah.
0.
Shouldn't I be going first then? Because I have
There
a
we go, swapped
three?
it over.
Yeah.
Okay, the
I-
investigate
I-
and Delson, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, why the hell are you 4.11?
Because
That's a good question.
There's an option in
Yep.
the character sheet that you turn on so that it orders the initiative by your dexterity modifier secondary after the initiative that you roll.
Yeah, I had it set up.
And it's not by mod, it's by number. It's not the modifier, it's the dexterity number. So I have 11 dexterity, which means it's 4.11 every time. Raya is a 4.15 because her dexterity is 15. Gratian is 12.18 because his dexterity is 18.
Have fun.
And so
That's
on.
how that works.
So much and so forth, or whatever.
Anyway.
I didn't know how to.
Delson, please yell and wake me up.
No, I'm going to go right
Oh, you
over
have no,
here.
you're thunder shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should-
and then I'm going to let's do this again.
Okay.
Shiakaze.
So, Constitution
Everyone
saving
get
throw.
this from my house.
That is a natural 18 plus 3.
So yeah, it makes it.
So that's
Still
0
a
damage,
noise.
half damage.
I think it's no damage.
For thunderclap, I don't think
Yeah.
so because it's a cantrip. Most of the cantrips don't
But
do
it
that.
does make noise. A lot
Oh
of
yeah,
noise.
no. Thunderclap guarantees that all those that are asleep are now definitely awake.
Ah,
Wake up, thou bitches.
All right.
Audible boom for 300 feet. Yep, yeah.
Yeah, no, that'll definitely wake you up and then some.
That'll wake up the dead.
All right.
Does it wake up the dead?
Okay,
Oh my
sorry.
god, oh my god, I want necromantic thunderclap now.
Okay, sorry, 5
it's
skeletons.
called
Now trying
Toll
to
the
kill you.
Dead. Guys,
That's so
spell that exists already. It's also a cantrip.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Toll the Dead is technically a necromantic thunderclap.
Oh, let me
Yeah.
see that. Oh, wait, look
Thanks,
that up.
Thanks, Xanafard's Guide for that one. Okay.
Oh, Toll the Dead, okay. I said I said Toll of the
I
Dead.
just want to check some of them because of this thing. 12. Oh, wow. Drofnar's got a dex of 12, so that means before Valif as well.
Boy.
Sure.
By 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
That's
Anyway, Drofnar, you're up.
Pretty powerful spell, actually.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay.
Toll the Dead is
Um,
fucking crazy.
How high are these cliffs here?
15 feet.
Oh, sugar. Okay.
3 of you.
3 of you.
That is technically 3 of me. All right. Okay. I don't know what to do then. I want to.
I mean,
I want
you
to
can
kill
always...
with X, but
Smash X.
Wait, don't you have hand axe too to throw?
I do have hand X of hand.
Are you suddenly Russian?
I would prefer this
No,
as.
this is just how
his
don't
voice.
speak.
can-
Yeah. Can I try? This is gonna fail miserably, but can I try hucking a great axe at not my great axe, my hand axe at this mug? Let me show you which mug I'm talking about here. This mug here.
That one.
Yes.
20
Jump
feet.
me.
So, 20 plus 15. It'll be with disadvantage given the height and the
Oh,
distance.
Yeah, you can move.
Sphincters.
Yeah, you can move.
I know I can move.
But the
I
thing
wanna
is, if
move.
he gets right up to the cliff because of, perception and
Yeah,
such,
he needs to be like right up against it. Yeah.
but being right up
Can-
against it puts him in half,
I go
puts the
here?
thing in half cover.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can't
that's
because
true.
you have to go through because Gratian and Florian are occupying that space.
Son of a...
Oh, look at your
can't do
short,
any-
stubby legs. He's so far away. How
I
cute.
can't do anything. You guys are bullying me. Okay, can I go here?
Just mighty
Yes,
leap up
you
it.
can get that.
And then does that mean that I can now throw an axe of disadvantage with regular technically with advantage?
Why with advantage?
Not
No,
with
with
advantage.
advantage, without add or dis, just
With a
advantage.
normal roll.
Yeah.
It would be
Yeah,
a
dumb
yes, it would be a
Englishman.
normal roll, I would say.
Okay. With advantage. Okay. Bye bye, hand axe. I loved you.
Technically, he has advantage. Huh?
I mean, you can
It
always
doesn't matter, it's a
recover it.
natural one.
Bye bye.
So
Oh,
you just
Just
throw it
straight
up.
up in the air.
So you throw it, and you watch it lodge itself maybe 5 feet up the cliff.
I mean, you could
Hits-
always
yeah, just
poke
like
in
hits
the
a
back.
root.
And you just watch the lizard folk just.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna take that. He's gonna stab you with it.
You know how we were talking about like embarrassing shit?
It's right now.
Yeah, basically.
Forget what I said before.
All right, that's your turn, I guess. Valif, you're up. You're awake. You are prone.
Swag
Wait.
money.
I will stand up and I'm in like my PJs, which for Valith is just like shirtless and just like like basically like boxers. And so
Is this
I don't have
dog-
anywhere
is this
else.
dog getting
I don't have like a
into
sleeve to pull it out of. So Valith just like reaches down the bottom of his shorts and pulls out the waker, and then casts Eldritch Blast at this guy at the top of the hill twice.
Eldritch Blast!
Okay, so you pull out the waker,
yeah,
you
Eldritch
point
Blast,
it
yeah.
at it, and you watch as the sword glows before it fires the Eldritch Blast off. Go ahead and make your rolls.
Eldritch Blast.
Ooh, first one
Ooh.
misses.
Come on, guys.
You watch the
And
first
ooh
one.
again. There we go. That's a 28. Actually, that's a crit. Actually, because it's
Yeah.
the first roll. It's,
Yeah, but
Hell yeah. So the first one doesn't hit, but the second one, eh.
I thought the first one was a 20. Wait, hang on, wait. I'm
Well,
confused.
no,
now.
It's just because I was rolling with disadvantage because I'm dumb. I just always take the one to the left because that's
Okay,
like the
fine.
first
I'll
roll.
allow it. I'll
You know
allow
what
it.
I mean?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
'Cause
It's fine.
I just always change the toggle thing. That's why
Yeah,
I prefer
it's
not
it's
to.
fine. It's fine. I'll allow
Anyways,
it. So yeah, first one misses,
uh,
second one crits.
This is not going to roll correctly when I click this button because it's going to just roll 1. Oh, nice, and I rolled a 10, so that's another D10 actually.
So 2d10s.
I think. Let me just double check.
Yeah, double check on that one. Oh, wait, isn't it a separate?
Oh yeah, no,
one?
because it's a crit.
20 damage basically.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I'll just take it as 2d10. Hell yeah, or
Did you
2
think
tens.
it?
Well,
did
yeah,
you think 'em explode?
Well, yeah, because the crit roll I go with is we just double the dice, double the
Oh,
double.
yeah,
I mean,
so
double
yeah,
double the
20
damage
points of
even.
Force damage.
Like double the roll damage. So yeah, so 20 points. So yeah, you blast it and actually like send a large chunk of its shoulder just go flying off. It is bleeding heavily from that wound, and he's looking pretty rough.
And then, should I? Yeah, I'm gonna do this just because there's a lot of these dudes, and I don't know how easy they are to kill. Actually, now we'll be fine. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't think I'm gonna use my bonus action for Shadow Blade. So. I will,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Actually, let me just double check something. If one of my other spells is a bonus action, because I haven't actually used it before. No, it's an action. Okay, we're good.
Okay. All right. I think, yeah, so that's everyone that's gone through. So good. We got the initiatives all sorted again. Okay, so it is the one which you nearly blasted his arm off. It's just
Come
like,
at me, bro.
just looks towards the one that's got the cord staff before he just reaches down, picks up another javelin, and is going to throw at you, Valif. That is a 2, so that's not going to hit.
Oh, nice.
Just
Javala just
as he-
sidesteps the.
As he
Javala
throws
like
it, you
Neo.
watch as he he tenses up as he throws it from the pain in his shoulder. As it lands, he just and he's going to run.
Oh, what a little bitch. That one's just gonna run away. Okay.
Hello, little bitch boy.
I mean, he's probably going to bleed out.
Well, there's not bleeding, but yes, I see what you mean.
Right. So that one is
Please don't run
dead.
away, you little bastards.
Raya, you're up.
I want to use sleep sword.
Remember, she has the power of being a horse. She has
So-
horsepower.
Can I get over there to that one by Delson?
Yeah, easy.
She has the power to traverse any old town
5,
road.
10, 15, 20. Yeah, easy enough.
I remember this thing has a 40-foot radius.
Uh,
Sleep form. Like,
and then
enough
I'm
to cover
gonna
entire battlefield.
just wail on them.
Okay.
As per normal.
That hits. That hits. That definitely hits. So go ahead and roll your damage. So that's the first one.
I'll roll it 3 times.
Yep, 3 times.
Roll me 3 times, babe.
And the final one.
I'm gonna change the crit.
Let's see, so 5, 10, 10,
times, babe.
12.
Oh, yeah!
Oof. So that is, let me just add this. So that's 15 plus, plus that, which is 10, 11, 12, 15,
That's a lot
27
of
points
damage.
27 points of damage.
I think you just punched the fuck out of it.
Essentially, like the first punch, like it backs up and just like goes back against the wall. It like looks up at you as you essentially just like punch it once in the stomach, and then you just jab it straight in its face, and its head just smashes back against the wall. He's looking really rough, and as his head pulls back, you can see a heavy amount of blood coating the wall behind him. All right, Floriana, you're up.
At least all my ice spells are not AoE. So like, sleep comes useless. I guess first I'll stand up.
You okay?
Will you stand up though?
And I'm gonna stand up. Probably most efficient would be just use Ray of Frost on the spellcaster guy. I think I can reach him from here. Can I move without getting punched in the face? No, I can't.
If you move, it gets an attack of opportunity on you.
Yeah. I should have range, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna cast Ray of
Did
Frost.
Brian not kill the one that she was?
No, it's looking rough,
Oh.
but it's still alive.
It's still alive. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Just.
Yep. Most of my spells are useless. I have so many AoE spells, but they're like all useless. I'm just gonna Ray of Frost the spellcaster guy then.
Okay, go ahead. 24, yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and do damage.
Should be.
Chill out.
Let out some steam, Bennett.
Okay.
Chill out, word boy.
There. 2d8 plus 4.
Look away, my friend. He's dead tired.
That,
Do you know what killed the dinosaurs?
The Ice Age.
all right. So it hits
Terrible body
it hits a lizard folk like in the neck. You watch as it just. It's looking hurt.
Hold on.
I hurt myself today.
Yeah, only 1d4. This can only heal me. Yeah. As a bonus action, I'm going to heal myself using the ring of plus life.
Okay. Go ahead and do the rolls for the heals.
Wow, max heals. Cool. Back up to max.
All right.
12, 83.
So it is now
Yeah,
the other lizard folk's turn. So he is going to. Yeah, he's going to throw a javelin at Delson. That's another 2. That's 2 2s in a row.
Ow.
He's just not the greatest, is he?
No, but he is also going
You
to back
missed,
away.
you overgrown gecko!
Yeah, so he.
What the fuck is a gecko?
Gecko. That's where I
It's
used
a
to
tiny
live.
nozzle
Oh, wait, never
lizard
mind.
that are known for walking up our doors.
Wait, do you really Ed, do you really not know what a gecko is?
You know, I know what a gecko is, but in this
Okay.
world, that is the first
Okay,
time I've
good.
mentioned
I was just
geckos.
making sure.
My cousin is a pet gecko. He's called Gandalf.
Nice.
Your pet lizard thing. Gandalf, did you say?
Yeah.
He's like 12.
Okay, so
You.
the lizard that is currently being surrounded by you all
Me and the
is
boys.
Welcome to the prayer
going
circle.
to use his action to disengage.
And
And
Yeet
5,
out.
10, 15, 20,
Nope.
25, 30. So he uses his action to disengage, so no attacks opportunity can be made on him.
Dang it.
All
Why
right.
are you running? Why are you running away?
Thank you very much.
All right, Gratian, you're up.
Okay. Wait, am I muted? Okay, I'm not muted.
You probably can't see any of those guys. 'cause
Yeah,
there's a hill
you
in
won't
your
be
way,
able to
but
see
you can probably
any
see
of
the
them.
shaman.
If I,
There's a gecko.
if I were to move back 5
A
feet
gecko
and
stole my bike last week.
turn to the right, would I be able to improve my vision?
You'd only be able to see the shaman still.
Oh, okay. How far is the shaman away?
He is 30 plus 15, 45
If
feet.
Gratian climbed onto my shoulders with his movement, could he see them?
There'd still be 5 feet of cliff between you and them. Cliff is 15 feet tall.
Yeah, and how tall is Gratian?
Like 5-ish, I
5.
think?
And I'm
What
like
if-
8 feet tall.
What if Nemesis climbed on your shoulder, then Gratian climbed on her shoulders? Would he be
What
able
if we
to
all
hit
climb
them?
on each other's shoulders?
No, I don't think it would be enough. I'm just making a joke.
One day, can we buy a massive trench coat and then all climb on each other's shoulders?
Fine.
We will sneak into a
Whoa,
giant
whoa.
camp that way.
We
With
will get
LS being on top.
We will get served at a giant pub.
Alright, what are you doing, Gratian?
Wait, I have to spend 15 feet to get up, right? Since
Yes, 15 feet to get up.
So, kind of like 5 so far?
Yeah, so you've moved 5 feet to go into where you are now. So you got another 10.
Then you climb up the hill, or
I mean, you can go to Delson. He can climb up to nearer to Delson, but you know he only has 10 feet of movement left, so he'll only get to where Fortune is.
Why are you?
Can I use my dash to climb the hill? The rock?
Yeah. Oh, to like actually climb up the.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, because you do not have a climbing speed, it is 2 feet for every 1 foot you climb up. So you would need 30 feet of movement to get to the top of this cliff.
Wouldn't. So, I wouldn't be able to actually make it
So if you were to try and climb up any of this bit, you wouldn't be able to even dashing at this point because you need 30 feet of movement to climb up.
Would that just leave me, like, in the middle of the cliff?
Yes, you would be holding on about 5 feet from the top of the cliff.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with doing that.
Okay. So, god damn my mouse. 5, 10, and then you dash, so 5, 15, 25, and then the last 5 feet, so yeah. So you're just climbing up as quick as you can, but obviously you're not at the top yet.
Hardcore parkour, dude.
Alright, Fortune, you're up.
Alright. Can I make my way over to here?
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You could totally chase that guy and kick his ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just drag him back.
Where do you think you're going?
And
Alright, calm down, Matt and/or Nick Jackson.
I just want to go home.
We hope this shaman is just like low enough level that he doesn't have like a
That
fireball, because that'd be really
misses.
bad for us.
Indeed.
Short sword hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
with my
Because that was your offhand, so that's 2 damage. So you slash into its back, and he keeps running, but he is noticeably like limping hard. He is just hanging on.
Alright, I'm good.
How do you do that? I don't remember how to do that. Was it like this?
All right. So it is now the shaman's turn. So you watch as the shaman just essentially covers the top of the quarterstaff. It glows in a sort of sickly blackish light, and he flings it. He sort of like flings it. You watch as a sort of like a orb goes flying directly to where you are, Delson.
Oh.
Before it lands, and the entire area around you suddenly becomes slippery. So I need Raya and Delson to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, shit.
As he activates his Staff of Slapstick ability.
Not the grease. Not the grease.
Ocean.
15,
Take me by the feet.
19. So Delson manages to keep his footing. But Raya, unfortunately, doesn't. So as it appears, you step forward, Raya, your front feet sort of slip. You try and rebalance yourself, but then your back feet give up and you land hard on the ground. Delson, you're able to kind of like crouch down and brace yourself. But now this... one second. This entire area here
How big is
is... Oh yeah, you're in it as well. Yeah, make a dexterity saving throw, Floriana.
it? Alright. For some reason I was bigger, but I shouldn't mention it. Okay.
One does not simply succeed
oh, wait,
in
dexterity?
dex saves with
Yeah, dexterity
Delson.
saving throw. 4. You're prone as well.
And I just got up.
Yep.
Well, now you're down again.
Well, now you're down again, so deal with it. So,
I was a knob, for Christ's sake.
20, 25, 30. So he's a.
Oh,
So the shaman also runs away. Shaman is a further 10 feet beyond where they currently are. All right, Nemesis, you're up.
I still knocked out.
No, you're awake. The thunderclap
woken
woke.
up by-
The thunderclap
by
woke up
Delson.
everybody.
I mean, if you want, you can pretend you're asleep for the entire film.
Right?
Just goes back to bed. Fuck this. There's no bad guys left. I'm going back to bed.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
Ocean.
Mm.
Fucking
Some of them are just dead. Alright.
Fucking bullshit.
And
Fucking bullshit. Holy shit.
I actually go around this to climb up, or
So if you try and go up via the hillside, you'll walk into the grease and have to make a dex saving throw, and it will be classified as rough terrain.
okay.
Isn't it
And what
already
about
rough
what's
terrain?
over here?
No, it's not.
But like it doubles your move. Like
That's if you climb up the
same as
cliff.
rough terrain.
That's if you climb up the cliff.
Oh, like this is just a hill.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah, like this bit is just a hill. This is the actual cliff.
I climb the cliff.
Yep, it'll be double your movement, but yes. And you've already used half of your movement to stand up.
Okay, so I can't climb up right now. Since
If you use a dash
don't
action,
have-
you'll be able to. And then you'll have 15 feet of movement remaining.
Alright, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So you got 50. So you climb up there with 15 feet remaining, but obviously you've used your action. Guys.
Right, and
Yeah,
then,
just like making all sorts of nonsense noises while we're trying to listen to the video.
and then I'll
Not
go
video
by
game.
fortune.
There we go.
And I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Delson, you're up. You're also muted.
Nelson, come back to us, boy.
No. I'm just going to do the smart idea, and this guy is within range. I'm going to cast Shatter centered right on this man. I'm going to make him shatter.
Oh, don't we want to track
At
him?
level 3, yep.
All right.
At level 3.
Yeah.
1 second. Let me just check.
Obliterate them
something
all.
Yes.
Obliterate.
I guess it's either one way or another.
Yeah.
Now
my
the thing
God,
that I'm gonna
guys.
do is probably gonna kill them, which means I can't follow them.
Just
away,
make
so-
the lizard folks explode.
What's the what's the
this one
chance?
Okay, 1 second.
What is the
So
chance
at
that
third level,
Nelson
yeah?
is-
Yeah.
Right. So as you cast that, the shaman turns around, points the quarterstaff towards you, and you watch as a sickly purple glow appears. And as you unleash the spell, there's a flash of this purple energy in your hands, and the spell doesn't work as it is counterspelled.
I should have
Get
known.
fucked.
If I remember right, it's when you start getting past level 3 that
Four.
you actually roll off.
Fourth
Yeah.
level is where, and he cast it at third level, so...
Yeah.
No, we can't cast it.
Fucking bullshit. Holy shit.
Give me a
He was
Fuck,
just in range as well. If he had moved another 10 feet, he wouldn't have been able to do that.
Dang it, if I casted it over here.
Too late now, that's your action.
Yep. Fucking bullshit.
Fuck. Now I'm just imagining fucking Iron Sheik. Thanks, man.
Yeah, pretty much. And it doesn't matter the distance. Actually, if it was, yeah, yeah.
Yes, I was Exodia, but someone used hand destruction and made.
Yeah,
I
because
got
he
rid
was
of
because he
more
was
of the
60
pieces.
because he was 55 feet away from you. Counterspell's range is 60.
Yeah, it's the same as Shatter. Like you have to be like just out of the range of it. You have to be 65 feet away and then cast it at your maximum distance, so 5 feet. Like
Yep.
just extends out.
Yep,
So that
basically.
he can't counterspell you, but you can cast the spell.
Yep.
Mechanics, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Your best friend.
All right.
I mean, I guess I could ponder how hard do we really want to chase him down?
We
We don't
want
have to
murder
chase them
them.
if we don't want to.
I know, that's why I want to ask.
But
They
I
deserve
can
to
I can
die.
track them if I can get my spell off. But we'll see.
All right. What are you doing, Delson?
You know what? From here, I want to inspire Fortune to just murder.
You can do it.
All right.
Fuck him up!
Wait, this spread is just glorious.
So let's shoot that one. So Trufnar, you're up.
The murder has been inside you all along. What do I do? What does one do?
Oh,
Use
also
your brave
Delson.
jump.
Delson, make a dexterity saving throw because you're still in the grease.
Stands up,
Is
cast
this
spell.
bit here?
Goddamn greased up deaf guys.
This area here seems like some sort of like a more like a gentle slope.
Nope, it's
Or is
still
it
a
just
cliff.
This is all cliff. It's 15 feet.
Do
high.
I?
How
do
how
I
did
fail?
these?
16, you
How
just
do
make the
these-
save.
They were over here and they went around the cliff before the.
Fortune went around it.
Grease went
Nemesis just climbed up it using a dash.
Can I dash up the cliff as well?
So 5. That takes you 10 feet up. Your dash puts you another 10 feet. So that gives you 15 feet of movement left.
Fucking here.
Okay.
Hello, hello, friends. I've come to steal the glory.
But his was 25.
Yeah, but he moved 5 feet. So that gives him 20 left. Uses 20 to go 10 feet up. Another 20 to... another... 1 second. Brain is...
Another 10
Yes.
to get up to the top, and then he has 20 feet, so he could move to where he's.
He has
where
15 feet after 10 to get up to the top.
Well, yeah, then that's as far as he can go.
Yeah,
then.
yeah. So that was... I was right!
Wait, crap, I misclicked.
It's...
Sorry.
Oh, that was accidental? Okay,
I
got it.
meant to hit the cog, but accidentally hit the
It's
the
cool.
spell itself.
Alright. So that's you. So Valif, you're up.
Can I just go over here?
5,
Around the
10,
hill.
15, 20, 25, 30. Because you can't run through Delson
And then-
space.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
And then that's I have visual on him.
You
on
have
the
visual
shaman.
of him. He is an additional... The shaman said an additional 10 feet, so he's 40 feet away from you.
Okay, and I will cast Mind Spike. This will either kill him or we can track him, and both is fine with me.
Okay.
He-
What saving throw is that? Is it
that
even
is
one?
a 16th Wisdom saving throw.
With some saving throw 16, did you say?
Yep.
I'm
I'm fine with either roll, Dick.
He rolled a 17.
Then he fails, but if he fails, it means I get to track him. He takes damage. This spell works.
I thought the DC was 16.
Two different ways. No, listen to this is the way the spells work,
Alright,
Tick.
okay.
The target must make a wisdom saving throw. Take 3d8 psychic damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. On a failed save, you also always know the target's location until the spell ends, but only while the two of you are on the same plane of existence. While you have this knowledge, the target can't become hidden from you, and if it's invisible, it gains no benefit from that condition.
Okay,
And so, yeah.
but your DC is 16, yeah?
Yeah, but on a failed save, you also always
But he
on a failed
succeeded.
save.
He rolled a 17.
Oh, why did I think that
You might have got
was worded
confused.
differently? I got really confused when I was reading that. What the fuck?
Fail.
It sounds worded
That's
weird.
okay.
It's fine. He still takes a lot of damage.
Takes 3d8 damage. But it's not a lot of damage because I rolled two
Alright.
ones.
Oh.
But,
Oh.
Well, that's too bad.
It really does sound weird.
I read that over and over again in my head and had it reversed every single time. That pisses me off.
It happens, man. It happens.
That sounds weird. It's worded like, okay, but you don't know it. See, it's like, wait, what?
I mean, that's what it sounds like.
And that's why that sounds worded really weird.
Well, it's because I was treating it like it was an attack. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if
yeah. No,
failed,
I
then-
get it now. Yeah, under that logic is that. Yeah, saving throws and attack rolls stuff is always confusing. Oh, indeed. Oh well. Okay, so you
By
just
the way,
watch as he
did-
flinches from the hit, but he just shakes it off as you try and feel like the mind spike go in and kind of get a sense of it, but then it just like it's almost like it feels like it's been shoved out by his mental fortitude.
I don't even want the spell anymore.
Big
But
mental
it
energy.
failed. So that means that he does know the target's location?
He doesn't.
No,
know
he
'cause it was a
doesn't. I
fail.
don't.
Because
I was
he
reading it wrong,
succeeded.
it's
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunate,
On a failed save.
but it
On a
happens.
failed save. Yeah. Okay, now I understand. Now I read it right.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Okay.
Weird. I don't need to. It's. Oh no, it's not vocal. It's okay.
It's fine. It's fine. You live, you learn, and stuff
Um,
happens. Anything else then?
No. Okay. Yeah. No. Fine.
Because was that an action or a bonus action?
It's a bonus, or it's an action.
Action. Okay, so you still
I
get a
already-
bonus
I already
action if
have,
you want.
I don't have. Nah, I'm not gonna.
Wow.
Blow my
All right.
spells.
Okay. All right. So that's your turn then. So this one is going to. This lizard folk is going to. You watch as the lizard folk like screeches to just like says something in his own language to the shaman before stopping and just standing there, weapon ready.
Told you a bitch, kill him.
And that's his turn.
They really want that salmon to live, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
This is very lizard folk, by the way. That's exactly the way they think.
Well, yeah. Most of the time, shamans or in those types of communities, shamans are treated like utmost respect.
All right. Raya, you're up. You are prone, also. And as you
She
said,
has. Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Can y'all hear me?
yeah. Now we can hear you.
Okay, sorry, I was trying. Yeah, I am gonna have to go in a minute, but I'm confused. Like, are the lizard folk not fleeing from us?
You've saw 3 of them appear to be fleeing. One of them appears to have just decided to stop and is standing his ground.
Okay, I guess can I attempt to get up?
Yep. So that's half your movement to get up.
Okay, and then can I climb or go? I can't like. I don't. Can I get up there somehow?
You'd be able to get up there because right where Delson is, there's a little gap
Yeah.
where you can get up.
Can I do that?
Yep. Although I just
Just-
want to check
I
something
just
here.
get pushed out of the
Oh
way.
wait, because of your subclass, you only spend 5 feet of movement to get up.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Oh.
So would I be able to make it to this dude right here where Nim and Fortune are?
Let's see. So it's 5 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20,
Oh,
25,
that's an enemy?
30. Yeah, you can easily get there.
Okay, then I'd like to do
Oh wait, because of grease.
Oh.
1 sec.
Oh, I didn't
10,
see that one guy because he's...
20, 25, 30, 35. But yeah, you can still make it even with the grease.
Okay.
Punch him in the face.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Just
And
get your
then,
big red
just-
line. out
All
of the
right,
game.
you don't need to roll damage. He had 1 health left.
Oh, well, okay, good.
So you watch as this lizard folk like turns and is getting ready before you just like run to the side and essentially drive-by punch him. Like it's just like and he just falls down dead.
Like a punk kid with a baseball bat driving a convertible.
Yeah, basically.
I'm wondering if I should just...
So you've got
I still might be able to get them.
You've got 10 more feet of movement left.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, I mean, if they're fleeing, do we have to attack them, or can we just kind of let them go?
You can leave
Let
them.
them
You
go.
can let them go if
They
you
know where
want.
we are, and they'll come back with more. Classic sort of situation.
Yeah,
Up
let's
to
just
us.
murder them.
And
It's
Okay,
everyone
then I guess,
seems to want...
Can I get to this other one?
Yeah, you can get to that one, but that would be.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you technically still got another attack left on your attack action because the first one killed the guy. So
yeah.
Okay, so can I do
yeah,
that?
go ahead and make a roll.
Slap this.
Slap.
That just hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Slap.
All right.
Oh,
This
and
is
actually, can I go ahead and spend a pop point and attack him again?
so for flurry of blows, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make 2 more attacks. Because flurry of blows gives you 2 more attacks on your offhand, or as your bonus action. So the first one hits. So go ahead and roll damage. 3 points. Okay. He's looking hurt. Like you've caught up to him now. You're just like wailing on him, but he's still standing. All right, and that is Raya's turn. So, Floriano, you're up. You're also down because you're prone, but you're up.
I'll be standing up to start off with.
Okay, so 15 feet of movement.
So, okay, since I am confused on visuals, how is my sight just where I'm standing?
You cannot
of
see
any-
them. There is just cliff ahead of you, and they've moved away from the cliff.
Okay, I guess.
Greasy twink to your left and a not greasy twink to your right.
Yeah. Because of difficult terrain, I can only move. Unless I move in the other direction, I can only move 1 square, right?
Yeah, basically.
I am the greasiest.
Or a
Oh.
dash, yeah.
Who would want a not greasy twin?
But can I see anything if I stand next to Nelson, or it's still the same problem?
You still would like the cliff isn't as big, but it's still like big enough that you won't be able to see.
Okay. Okay. Trying to wonder if I want to toss Sleep Storm on top of them while they're fleeing. Yeah, well, I might as well try. I'll move next to Delson. Could I see about 10 feet above where they are? To cast Sleep Storm?
So you don't know where they are, but you can see above.
Yeah, and these two are like 10 feet in front. I believe.
The shaman is a further 10
Oh, the
feet in
shaman
front.
is. These two are close.
Yeah,
okay.
these guys are still technically on the map.
Let me see how far away I can see.
Yeah, the only way you'd be able to hit two of them, I think, is with like that score. Like, I don't know. Only these two are next to each other, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh shit.
How
large is-
low.
Use these numbers.
I'm just gonna. I'll just roll a d6 for estimating. Great. I'll ever throw a Sleep Storm 10 feet in the air, 90 feet ahead of
That
me.
is really big.
So
I
9
totally
feet
forgot how large
ahead.
that is.
It's a 120. It's stupidly large too.
Okay.
It's yeah.
So that
I just had to
would...
roll just to see
You,
how
you
high.
could put it in front of them, in front of the shaman too, though.
I can't see
whatever,
them.
it's your
I'll
It's your turn.
say make an intelligence check just to see how accurately you land it.
Okay.
I was just looking at the rest of it because that's just going to make it harder for us to get to them.
Yeah, because you're essentially doing a completely blind cast, so this will basically
Oh, well.
dictate.
It means that the range people aren't going to have any range on, aren't going to be able to shoot through it because it's heavily obscured, and
I'll see if this is helpful. in
it
some
makes
way.
the ground difficult terrain in a decent size. But again, it's not
Yeah.
D&D's non-Euclidean, so we could just go around it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's just see.
Okay.
19. Okay. So, and whereabouts were you aiming it again?
90 feet ahead. About 90 feet ahead.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay. So that would put the shaman just within it. Yeah. So... Alright, so you just watch as this storm appears ahead of you, and you watch as the shaman just gets enveloped completely in it. The lizard folk don't, however. Right.
Actions is different. Yeah, I don't think I have any actions still.
Okay. So, it's now the lizard folk's turn.
The final defender.
He's gonna turn around and is gonna just unleash an attack onto Raya. That is a 7, so that misses. Okay, so that's its turn. That lizard folk is dead, so move him off there. Gratian, you're up. You are 5 feet away from the top of the cliff.
I climb up.
Okay, so that's 10 feet to get up there. You've got 20 feet remaining.
Okay. Is the tree in front of me obscuring my path at all?
No, but the giant sleet storm is obscuring the shaman, so you can't see him.
You could just shoot in that direction, though, I think.
Are the other two lizard folk like behind it, or?
They're in front of it. You can see them both.
Oh, that's great. I'm assuming I'm within 50 feet of them.
Yep.
But you can't. Aren't they heavily obscured?
No. The sleet storm range doesn't reach these lot because it was 90 feet ahead.
Oh,
To
it
40
was
feet.
farther ahead of them.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I shoot for it 90 feet away, which is double this amount.
Mhm.
And it's got a
Yeah.
40-foot radius, so...
In that case, I'll Slayer Spray the one further on the right.
Okay.
and then shoot it.
Alright. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Alright, let me pull up my sheet again.
Give him
So
the
that's,
arrow.
Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Big time.
The ninja mask is kind of funny.
Give him the big chungus.
Go, Robin Wood.
So that first one killed it. You didn't need to do another.
Oh,
It only had 5 health left.
should I direct the second shot to the other one? It wouldn't have Slayer's Prey.
Yep, you could. The second one will hit, so go ahead. And so that's 11 damage. All right. So one of them goes down, and the other one gets a arrow directly in the neck. Is still standing, but looking rough.
Alright. I consider this a success.
All right. So, Fortune, you're up.
Alrighty, so this bad boy right here next to Raya is still alive.
Still alive.
Can I make my way over there, please?
Yep.
Right here.
Okay. Not flanking, but okay.
Can I stand on top of one of the guys? Just like
Yes.
kick the body to the side.
Yep. Just kick the body to the side. There we go.
Alright, now I'm going to attack it.
Oh, that's the,
That would be flanking, correct?
Yes, this would be flanking now.
Alright.
That misses. That misses.
Oh.
Can I just kick the dead body in frustration?
Sure.
This guy's pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not the one that grabbed the sword with his teeth, though. That's the one Raya drive-by punched.
Yeah, he was cool for a second, but
He got felt punched.
Okay,
this is-
so it is now the shaman's turn.
Die with a cool
No.
hit.
No,
Uh,
no,
it makes it
that's a
better.
donkey punch. But I think that Raya would hurt us if we said it was
When-
a donkey punch.
When someone starts their turn in the sleep storm, they have to.
Yep,
roll
I
the-
just rolled for it, but you guys don't know because you can't see him.
Fair enough.
That is 1 second. I just need to.
I think the save's 16.
I'm having to do a lot of math in my head right now.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
The problems with having an entire fight take place off the map.
Yeah, it's fine though. I can suss it. Okay. All right. So you don't know what the shaman does, but it's ended its turn.
Does he like? Do we lose visual on him though?
You can't see because of the sleet storm.
That it's obscuring me, even though I'm over here.
It's
So it'd be like
it's
in
a
this angle,
what's the radius on that thing again?
40 feet.
20 by 20. It's 40 feet tall.
5 feet tall by 20 feet wide.
So if it was like over here and hit them, it would be like over here.
You know, make a perception check. This will be a free action thing.
Sure.
Damn it.
8. I rolled a 10.
You
Free check.
you're
Do I
not
have
too
an
sure.
idea of where he was?
You can get you know where he was before the sleet storm landed, but unfortunately, because of the darkness and the sleet storm itself, you can't see whereabouts he's ran off to. If he has
I
ran
guess
off,
the only-
you don't know where he
the only
is
thing he's
basically.
The only thing you know for sure is he didn't run out of the sleep storm in your vision.
As far as Valif is aware.
Yeah,
Oh,
because he was like you guys were saying, it was that the shaman was beyond the sleet storm, and I had visual on him when he was there, and so like he would have had to leave, like run or hide or do something.
Yeah,
and like I wouldn't see where he went, but if I don't see him anymore, I would know where he was. And in
Yeah, you knew
know
where
what
he
I mean?
was right before the sleet storm landed on him, basically.
but he didn't get. You said he didn't get hit by the sleet
No,
storm.
no, he got hit by the sleet storm. The other lizard folk didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, so the shaman got caught in it. The others didn't
I
because
thought
it
it was the other. I
different.
thought it was the other way around.
No. It was.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that is that one. Nemesis, you're up.
Great. I want to go and smash this one in the face twice.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attacks.
I really get to make attacks.
So first one misses, second one hits.
Oh, it's a 40-foot radius. Damn, it is
Right.
huge.
4 points of damage. How do I do this?
That's such a not. It doesn't.
Oh,
do
really?
damage.
Yeah, it only had 2 health left.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna break its face, please. I like breaking faces.
Yep. So he just watches it as it's like dodging Fortune's attacks, and as it turns around, he just watches right before the hammer smashes into its face. You just hear a crunch as the front of the snout like just compacts in. As you just pull the hammer away, it just drops down dead.
Woo!
I think you got him.
I honestly can't imagine like having a sword or anything. I like breaking skulls.
Oh, oh wow. Something sounds wrong about that.
Wait, there's nothing demented about that at all.
I know.
Okay.
Well,
So I assume that's Nemesis' turn.
Oh.
Delson, you're up
I
and you're
will
prone.
slide- No, wait, didn't I succeed the last one?
No, that was when you. Oh yeah, no, you just succeeded that one. That's why I'm getting
Yeah.
confused.
So I'm going to slide as far up as I can.
Okay, 10, 15 feet to get you out of the grease.
Yep.
Oh, wait, actually, no. What happens is, as it gets to your turn, you watch as I'm pretty sure anyway. Let me just double check on this. Oh no, it isn't. Never mind. I thought it was concentration. Never mind.
You're checking concentration because
Yeah.
concentration checks are.
Concentration's
annoying.
weird. Some spells, it's like, oh yeah, that'll be concentration. It turns out it's not. So you can't see the shaman. There is just a big
know what?
sleet storm in front
He's
of you.
got a bunch of cover.
I'm going for the Hail Mary, and I'm still firing my Eldritch Blast in the direction it was at.
Okay,
Got 40 feet of distance.
go ahead and
Huge
roll
area.
your attacks.
With disadvantage.
Yeah. If you want,
I don't want, but
then don't.
I hated looking up obscure rules because it's obscure.
Okay.
I don't think those
Well,
hit.
that's-
They just,
That's just
you,
the-
you just watch as they go into the sleet storm. Just.
Yep. I can't tell what happened.
Yeah. Drafnar, you're up.
I am indeed. You're correct. Let me.
Yeah, whatever. Technically,
Yeah,
you
fun map
means
to
you
look
can't
at.
even target that are in it.
Right.
It's like being in darkness.
Mhm.
Is this guy actually
Yeah.
50 feet away from me?
No, he is. You don't know how far away he is because there's a big sleet storm in front of you. Oh, I say big in front of you. It's quite a distance away.
Yeah, probably at least 100 feet maybe at this point.
God. Okay, in that case, so I what do I do?
I mean, you could run into the sleet and see if there's anything there.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you
go
can't
on.
see anything while you're inside of it either. You're blinded while you're inside of it, trying to look at anything inside of it.
Yep.
And when you're outside of it, trying to look at anything inside of it.
50.
Wait, so shouldn't what's her face? Fortune be blinded?
Yeah, if
Right.
she's
Once she's
inside
not
of
in
it
it.
right now.
The sleet storm's like another 45 feet off map
Yeah.
from you. Or so.
Yeah, okay. In that case, I think I'll just go and see what you storm.
All right. So
We
you
could just surround the storm. That would be a
Yes.
good call.
okay?
You can just get rid of the storm.
Since I'm planning on just dropping it, well, mostly to make it so he just doesn't, run the 120 feet every single turn where we're fighting everyone. And he, doesn't throw crap ton of spells at us.
120 feet. Where are you
But he's
getting that
also
number
just
from?
he's running away. He provides him cover, and makes it
Yeah.
harder for us to do anything.
Indeed.
All right.
Anyways,
So, what are you doing, Drafnar? Truff?
Very well.
I think he's
what
dead.
is he? Yeah,
Dead.
I forget what he was gonna do.
I think he
Yeah.
said he was gonna to that there, just having it up because that gives him, and then if he dashes, that's 35. That brings him right up to the edge of the sleet storm.
Yeah.
So I assume that's what he does.
Yeah, that's
Let's see if there's anything.
Okay, Val, if you're up.
I'm going to walk 30 feet forward and ready in action to cast Hypnotic Pattern within the area whenever I see the shaman.
Okay.
And that's just going to be my turn until we see him or this combat, everything ends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until the universe inevitably dies, has its heat death, or he comes out of that season.
yeah, up until the heat death of the universe.
So that
So
lizard
in this
folk
case, it's
is
cold
dead.
Well, heat death is cold.
Raya. I assume Raya's
Well,
going to join in the surrounding of the sleet storm.
Absolute neutrality.
All right.
Yep.
I
Floriana.
have no feelings about this one way or the
What
other.
are you doing, Floriana?
I'll just walk. How? Okay, so I can
Show
walk
us what's
15.
behind door number blit.
For now, I just want to move as close as I can. How much more of it is difficult terrain?
So that's 10 feet, and you're at difficult terrain.
Okay.
That's 15 feet.
Drop it,
Okay.
blit.
Yeah, 15, 20,
Drop the
25,
fucking lid.
30. I'll drop the concentration for Sleet Storm now.
All right. So you watch as the sleet storm dissipates. No shaman. All right.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Cool.
You let him
Yeah,
get
well.
away.
Yeah, well.
Swag money, okay.
I knew it. It never existed.
So for the sake of the brevity and such, we'll assume currently, as there's no active threats, we'll put it as combat is currently concluded. But obviously, if you want to give chase, you can. If you have an idea of where he might be.
Well, if only someone's brain spike worked.
To be fair, that was literally just by 2. Because he had
I'm
if it was a
just going
15,
to move
then...
up to the rest of the group, and then I'm just blindly
Yeah, like
fire.
it's something that I wouldn't have even done if I knew the spell worked that way. It's a lot of bullshit and dumb shit in this game.
Fucking bullshit.
Like every session.
I'm just going to move up to like below fortune, and I'm just going to blindly fire. I'll just blast
Okay.
It's like
Why?
out here.
because
I don't know.
That sounds wise.
I guess I could do like
makes
quick.
the game
it
really
is
not
the
fun when shit like that.
wisest decision I got.
I guess I'll do a quick single action cast of detect magic and just see if he happens to be standing nearby, invisible.
All right. So you cast Detect Magic near about where he was. Nothing.
Yep.
You know.
No.
Yeah, sounds expected.
I just blindly fire in the direction we last saw him.
Yeah, you
Can I,
just
see, can I look on the ground for any tracks?
Just
make a survival check.
I would love to.
Can I help him with them?
Sure.
So with advantage.
Yep.
Advantage. Come on, there you go. Let me click at you, piece of poo. Survival.
Natural 20.
There we go.
Boom
Nice.
jams.
So, the ground where the sleet storm is obviously quite icy and wet from the sleet
it?
that's melting. So as you look down and look closely, you can actually see a series of footsteps just going a little bit straight and to the left.
Back and to the left.
okay.
Can I follow these footprints, if you play?
Sure.
I
So-
want to follow Trothnarr.
I'll follow
Go
as
ahead.
well. 'Cause
It's like night right now as well.
Yes,
I
it's
don't think
night.
it was ever, just never even considered for most of the fight.
Someone check those bodies, please.
You okay?
It's just very frustrating.
No, I'm just
Dark
telling
vision.
people to check.
Yeah, okay, we'll search the bodies.
Yeah.
All right. Investigation check for those that are searching the bodies.
Very frustrating and not very fun.
Yep. World's
What
greatest
happened?
detective and drunk granddad go hunting.
All right. So, for those of you that are searching for the tracks, you're able to follow them for about a good 20 or 30, about a good 10 minutes. But No matter how much you keep going, you don't see a shaman.
Hmm.
Can I try to dispel where the next tracks end?
I don't detect any magic as we
Literally
get there.
end. Like, we just are following tracks.
Yeah.
My spell lasts up to 10 minutes, so I didn't detect anything while we're tracking them.
You don't detect anything at all while you're tracking. And what was that you said, Delson?
Well, if she can't detect anything, then
If I can't detect anything, then
You sort of cut out there.
yeah, I think you cut out.
yeah, there's no point in trying to dispel
Oh, okay.
if you can't detect.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I want that guy's staff, though.
It was a pretty cool staff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
possible it was just the staff that was doing lots of magic, which is neat.
Yeah, I
It
don't
sounds like
know
it
if
had just
it
been a
was his
focus.
staff or
I kind of assume it was a focus.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I still want
He
his
was like,
staff.
he was rubbing it really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, he was really working the shaft of the...
Oh, my.
He's working the tip more.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
And then some slippery liquid came out of it.
All right, innuendo, boy.
Okay.
Bards.
Yeah, let's
All
end.
right, bud. All right, bud.
You get a staff like I do, Delson. I just
Okay.
show my flowery staff.
Okay, so investigation of 16. So searching through the bodies, their armor is pretty shabby. Like it looks like it's just stuff which they've cobbled together. The javelins, though, are surprisingly in good condition, though picking them up, it's not your typical wood and iron javelins. These are more bone javelins.
Yeah, they almost certainly look like this tool's that Neri made herself.
Yeah,
Very
that's
jabs.
Pretty much. Like, they look very familiar. But beyond that, minus are weapons, and a few half-eaten rations, which some of them appear to be of questionable nature. You're not certain, but you're fairly certain you see maybe a human finger or two.
Oh.
Delightful.
But beyond that, there is nothing there, nothing on their person in particular.
Think some...
Can I take the broken skull one?
What was that?
Can I take the skull that Nemesis smashed in?
So, okay.
Just the fragments.
You're just taking the
It's
head
like a
of
head.
this
It's not just
creature.
a skull.
Yeah,
right
it's kind of attached to a body still.
Charles,
like
get
holding-
over here.
now. A half
Please.
full bag of potato chips
Please,
filled with spaghetti.
Charles,
Mom's spaghetti.
no, stop that.
Fucking, you've got blades, you've got fucking cutting edges. You do it yourself.
This is your specialty.
A lady does not decapitate.
Look, I'm not your fucking knife, right?
Wait, what kind of weapons did they have on them?
Tick already said they're like the bone weapons and stuff, like javelins and.
The closest thing to like normal stuff you have is that they had axes, basically. Like one of them had like a rusted battle axe. That was one that leaped off the cliff. The others had just regular like hand axes. They're in pretty shitty condition, honestly, but they would still work in a pinch.
Hey, Trotnar, look, more hand axes for you to take.
Does he need any more axes? Like, how many does this guy have?
Well, he needs another throwing axe.
Don't forget, his other hand axe is still embedded in the cliff.
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
just go get
it
it.
is. Can I go and get his axe?
Sure.
Yay.
It takes you a bit of time because you're not a very strong boy, but eventually you're able to wedge it out of the axe. There's a large, like, indent right on the edge of it where it's hit a particularly harder part of the cliff.
Yep. I shall bring Trotnar back his mighty hand axe. Hey, Gramps. Here.
So, what do the rest of you do?
Sleep.
I'm the fuck back to sleep.
Yeah. I'm going to sleep now because I need my spell slots back.
Yeah, I can't think anything else to do.
Well, my
Okay.
slot.
Okay.
Going to sleep too.
Trafnar and Fortune, are you still taking the second watch?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, go ahead and make your perception checks again.
Do you want the advantage, Trotnar?
I think he is dead.
Ed.
Okay, I'll take the advantage then.
Yeah.
You said
Yes.
perception?
Yep, perception. 14. Alright. So, you go through the rest of your watch. Completely uneventful. Who's taking the final watch?
I'll take it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check. And is anyone joining her? Or...
Well,
Okay. So either perception with advantage or just your own separate rolls.
Christian, you should take the advantage.
that's okay.
What kind of benefits does Christian get for being in a forest? Anyways.
He gets extra dirt armor.
Oh
It's
no.
+1 AC. +1 AC
Alright.
and -3 charisma.
Hmm.
So,
Well,
you
I'm-
go through the third watch. Completely uneventful. And eventually you all wake up a little bit later than normal, but you had to catch up after the small interruption there from the lizard folk. But you all have the effects of a long rest.
Wow.
So,
In that case, shall we continue making our way to Marlon Brando?
Yeah.
Alright.
Who is this Brando?
Put on your seatbelts.
I don't know. It just feels natural to say, though.
Hmm.
alright. So, somebody make a perception check that isn't leading the horses. Just keep an eye out for stuff.
Nemesis, it's your turn to drive the horses.
Drove them yesterday.
D-
I get. Oh,
And I
Okay,
drove
perception.
them the 3 days before that.
I'll do the perception.
Okay. 4.
Ow, crap.
Alright. So, you continue on your journey to the town of Marlon. Around mid-afternoon, you spot several buildings in the distance. And as you approach, you can see what appear to be almost like haphazard barricades and pits that have been dug up as you make your way towards the town. As you get nearer to the actual town itself, you hear the sound of a crossbow firing. Just as a
Jesus fucking-
bolt lands about 10 feet ahead of you. Hanel and Diorian instantly stop before you hear a voice coming from the distance say, "That's far enough!" And as you peek over, you can see on an elevated part of the barricade, you can see what appears to be a human. Could it be any older than 15? Just kind of like resting a crossbow on the top of this barricade. And you can see he's just very quickly just basically pulling the crossbow back to load again. And as he finishes loading, he just stops and just keeps the crossbow pointed at you.
Okay.
Where are you stopping us?
Yeah, there's people here, more of them. Don't move
We are
or
plane hunters.
don't know what the fuck those are. He just continues
Can they
aiming
even hear
them.
us from here? How far away are we again?
Well, I can thaumaturgy if you didn't hear me, but
That's I assumed you thaumaturgied.
yeah.
He's
What?
he's about 40 feet away from you guys.
No, it's not that far. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Can
not.
I just give them? Can I just give a wave?
I too shall wait.
Ow.
As you do this, you see several people like come forward from the from the barricade itself. As they approach, you can see these are not Lord's Guard. These look like farmers, smiths, just basically it looks like anyone that could get a hold of a weapon. And you can see their weapons, they're not military issue. You see a few of them with pitchforks. One of them has like a scythe, which is used for cutting stuff. And they're just like very timidly approaching you. You. Points to you, Delson. Come here.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just go over.
So as he gets close to you, he's just like looks, and then he like reach forwards and like grabs like part of your cheek, and just eventually lets go. Just turns back to the one that's on the barricade and says, "It's all right. It's not a disguise. They ain't lizards."
Wait. Hold up. Did you just say a disguise?
Not here. You best speak with Julian.
All right then. I
And
will
they-
psychically message Dorian. Be like, okay, there's probably going to be some crazy stuff that we're going to get into soon, so be aware.
Really? I'm gonna say that it's been pretty crazy right now, boss man.
I have a distinct feeling it's about to get crazier in the
Well,
next few days.
That's just gonna be more fun.
Those are words of wisdom.
All right, so you're escorted into the town of Marlon. As you can see, like past the barricades, it looks like these farmers had just grabbed whatever they could that they think could be used to make a defense and have just like shored up. You can see overturned carts blocking parts of the road. You can see several like building materials just stacked up one against the other, with a few other people that are holding like bows and such. The farmer that had greeted you brings you to essentially to the actual like main town square. You can see that there is a tent that's been set up in the middle, and as the farmer like opens the tent and beckons you all through, obviously you dismount the cart and such. Do you guys go in, or
I'll go in.
I'll go in first so that you guys don't get shot or something.
I'll follow her in.
We'll go forward.
all right? So you all make your way in. It's a little bit cramped. It's clearly not meant for a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
But as you
I'll stay out there with the horses.
all right, so those of you
And Raya.
so those of you that go in,
All right, I'm the best one at talking, and Nemesis gets us in more trouble than I do. But okay. When it comes to talking, I do crime when people aren't watching.
I went in.
So I'll stand with the horses, though I was already not really paying attention. So I'll stand here.
I went inside.
all right.
Alice is my spirit animal.
Okay, so as you enter in, you can see it's rather well lit. There's a few dark areas here and there. There's several candles that are close to burning out. You can see there's a large table in front of you. And sitting on the other side of it, you can see what appears to be an elderly woman. Looks to be in about her 70s. She has long white hair, though you can see signs of her hair, giving out and balding. She has sky blue eyes. You can see her nose is slightly crooked to the left. She's just looking at a piece of parchment. She looks up. Oh. What are you all doing here, then?
I'm gonna look at Nemesis.
So
We came to assist any way we can.
Assist. You really think that you're capable of assisting a situation like this?
Well, I think that it's not bad to offer help.
The help is appreciated, dear, but it's not a question on if anything can change. Many here have already accepted our fate.
And what do you think your fate is?
The ghost can't protect us forever. Sooner or later, the hordes will arrive, and Marlon will be no more.
And why don't you evacuate with the rest of the people?
Come, child, do I look like I would survive the trip? Marlon is my home. I was born here, and it is where I intend to die. Many others share the same sentiments.
What if these ghosts that you're talking about?
You're the second person this week to ask us that. The other one was Commander Ven. The ghosts are the nickname we have given to some guardians that appear to be aiding us. A few weeks ago, one of the scouts saw an entire battalion of lizard folk. Must have been 600 or so, only a day's travel away from here. Yet, they never attacked. 4 days later, he went back and saw death. Just lizard folk, beast folk, all dead. There are no patrols. There's no Jerhanian army that are here. So we just assumed that the spirits of the grasp, bound ever till death, and beyond death, are here to defend us from the hordes.
So, you haven't actually seen whatever's killing these things?
No, but given the wounds that we saw on these lizard folk, it could only be ones of metal weapons or arcane spells.
Where is this place?
You can't be seriously expecting to go there.
Oh, I'm thoroughly curious about what happened and what's causing this. Maybe whatever it is, we could at least get an answer.
Make a persuasion check. 24. It was spotted, as I said, a day's travel from here, on the actual main road between the Grasp and Marlon. Look for a large hill. Once you go over the crest of that, you'll see the graveyard. But travel fast and travel light. The grasp was the only way that the Gilgamesh horde could get through to Jurhan. With it gone, that's where they're all going to be coming from.
What do the others ask
I'm
you
sure
about?
there isn't anything that we can assist with here.
Did you bring any weaponry or supplies?
Well, we only have the weapons on our back. I do have some rations.
We have some rations in the cart too.
Save them. It'd be best for you to keep a hold of them.
Okay. So the others that asked about the ghost, what do they think about them based on what you told them?
You mean Commander Ven and
Yeah,
his
Commander
little
Ven.
group that arrived here not 2 days ago?
Yeah, what do they think?
Well, Ven is never one to believe in superstition, especially superstition as an ally. So he went to see it himself.
When did he leave?
It was about a day ago.
So it's likely that we are to encounter them if we go and look.
You might, depending on how long they have spent there, you might spot them on the way back. You might find them there. Bless you.
Adorable Gesundheit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Alright. Thank you for your information.
Try not to get yourself killed out there.
Could I try an insight check to see if she's hiding anything?
Go
About
ahead.
the ghost.
As in insight to see if she knows anything about it.
Yeah, like if she knows more than she's playing on.
Go ahead and make an insight check. 22. Okay. Which bees it is?
I guess I'm being picked up something.
Tap, 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 tap.
Sorry, I'll mute myself.
No, that'd be me. That might be me
Yeah.
what they're referring to.
Yes. I just do that every time I hear putting someone in here.
Alright.
Okay. Okay. I think that was it, right? Or
Yeah,
everything?
that's it.
Okay. Oh.
So, what do you guys do now then?
Anyone else have any more questions? If not, we should head out and discuss what to do.
I got nothing.
Mhm. I don't think so.
Then I guess we will head back out to the rest of the party.
Alright. So,
Well,
you leave the tent and reconvene around the carts.
Alright, then I will go ahead and to everyone else that, you know, they haven't seen anything, but they theorize that it's the spirits of the grass.
Yeah.
That, I would like to go there.
yeah. The lady,
Spirits of the grass.
yeah, she generally believes it, so it's not like they did something, or at least she doesn't know if they did something.
And I mean, like, fucking look at this place. If the lizard men really wanted to burn it to the ground, they could do it They could do it in no time at all. Something stopped them.
Something that's guarding them.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's
It's
some-
strange to our words.
But they're in the
Yeah, there's something. We just
Yeah,
don't
yeah, you
know.
cut out there, Delson.
There was that scouting party that attacked us the other night. That seems very strange unless they're straggling remnants of the battalion that was going towards the city.
True. It's easy to get around Marlon. How easy is it to just get around Marlon if it's like small squad?
Well, like to go through Marlon and everything.
Like just to like around it, like if it was from the battalion that got decimated.
Yeah, if you were to go around like its entire outer skirt, it would take you maybe 20 minutes. 20 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah, it's not a big town.
It's not a very big town.
Though.
Well, regardless, it seems like we all want to go to where the ghosts were apparently decimated the enemies. Is that what we've decided to do?
Aye.
If there are spirits, I
Either get killed by ghosts or get killed by beast folk, I suppose.
Or we could live
Join
through it
them.
all.
We lived through quite a lot.
Besides, who's to say that they aren't like an old friend of ours? As I look to Nemesis, because I think she knows who I mean.
I think we all know who you mean.
Yeah,
and shake my head.
except Paladin.
That was
Dude.
Raya and
He was laid to rest. He's at peace now, mate. He's no need to walk the earth.
yeah, but yes, the others
But
could be like
perhaps these
him.
guys aren't at rest.
Indeed.
Could you please just go if we're all settled? She said to.
Them's right. We should.
Aye. Let's go in.
Right. And I guess we're gonna get set back up to go go find this dead battalion.
Okay.
We're going to the
Hunting for an army of the
going to
undead.
the evil place of evil and death.
All right. So before you leave Marlon, is there anything else? Is there anything that anyone wants to do there while they're there?
Obviously, there aren't plane hunters here because the other guy said that he didn't know what those were. And I'm guessing that everything is kind of
Yeah.
evacuated.
Oh yeah, can I go and see that 15-year-old kid and see how good his crossbow is?
Sure.
Why?
Yep.
You gonna steal it from him?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah. So
No.
you.
Punch me in the face and run off.
All right. So, well, in the direction that you need to go, you do need to go near that way anyway.
Yeah.
So as you go by, you just like quickly leap off the cart and go just quickly to check with him. He's just like there, just staring out.
Hey, mind if I see your crossbow for a moment?
Why?
I just want to see its condition.
Make a persuasion check.
Face.
Okay.
I thought about maybe seeing the talk among the townsfolk after this is done.
Let's see.
That's 21.
Oh, all right, but I want it back. He timidly
Don't
hands
worry.
it to you.
I'm just gonna look it over.
It's surprisingly a well-made crossbow. From the looks of things, you actually look on the underside, you can see there's an insignia on the underside of it. During your time in Jurahan, you've recognized this insignia as one of the Jahani military. If you had to assume, he probably grabbed one from an armory or something like that. Or someone might have left it. You're not too sure.
It's in very great condition. I'm just gonna hand it back to him.
He takes it back, just rests it on top of the barricade again, just looks out.
You see, if it was in a bad condition, I was actually going to trade you with my own. But seeing how it is, yeah, it's good.
Right, okay. Right. He just goes back to looking, out on the horizon.
Yeah. I was gonna talk with the townsfolk and see what their opinions are about the ghosts of the grass.
All right, make an investigation check.
Okay. Wow, in 7.
You don't find a lot of people that are willing to talk to you, mostly because they're very on edge. You do find one. He appears to be a bit of a drunkard. You can see as he's just sitting there. He's got like a sword that's just kind of like resting against the side, and he's just drinking straight from a bottle of ale. Just drinks it. He's like, I don't think it's any of these ghost lot. Yeah, about these these lizard people. They always fighting and all that stuff. They go left, right, here, they're fighting. Well, say they just had an argument and all hell broke loose or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. I don't think it's ghosts. Fuck would they care? They're dead. Drinks.
Trotnar, is that you?
I see. Well, I will agree that it is indeed possible that, like, a very large number of them decided to get into a bad fight if they were in tribes that ran into each other, perhaps.
Whatever it takes for people to want to keep living. Me? Just shakes the ball a bit. And just shakes a drink from it.
Yeah. I will admit, if it actually was 2 tribes that fought each other, it would make sense why they didn't find any corpses, but But outside of that, what do you guys think?
We are with you.
I know. I'm asking you guys what you think. Never mind then.
I wish I was paying attention to what was going on. Sorry, guys.
It's alright.
The drunkard
I was
assumed
just typing with the sock.
The drunkard assumed that the lizardmen fought each other. That's why he didn't think there's ghosts. They just fought each other.
Yep. I'm also leaving that kid like 10 volts just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, he does not notice. He is just solely focused on keeping an eye on the horizon.
Well, then that one, I was perception.
Hopefully one day it'll come in. But I'm now just waiting for Oriana to get brought back.
So safe to say that you guys wait, and Floriana eventually joins you guys.
Yeah.
So, you're heading towards the grasp then, are you?
Aye.
Okay.
Grasp it.
Unfortunately, like morons.
We're following Nemesis.
Oh,
Wow.
Alright, I'd like someone to make a perception check then.
It's like initially.
oh.
Okay. Well,
So,
since
I'm sure it won't be that bad unless we somehow run to 500 lizardmen.
jinx it.
Nope. Okay, I'll roll a perception check then.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do better.
10.
Not really.
Okay. So, you spend the majority of the day just traveling nearer to the road, though because you were told to, be careful, you are a little bit to the side. Not to the point where the terrain gets rough enough to slow you down, but enough that it's, you're not visible. You
Is it
travel.
like a wooded area, or is it like a plains area?
It is mostly plains,
No.
but there are a few hills here and there.
Alrighty.
So you kind of just focus around like the more hilly area, just wherever you can to lower your profile, your visual profile and such.
Got it.
But eventually, after about 6 hours of travel, you can have a perception out of 10. You're not going to see it. Yeah, that 6 hours would make sense actually. Yeah. So after 6 hours of traveling, you spot several figures coming towards you. They don't appear to be any rush, and you count about 8 of them.
There's
How many guards were there again?
I think it was 8.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Continue
we
going
wanna say hi?
forward.
Do we want to say hi?
I'm not saying hi, you can if you want to.
I'm not gonna do it if the
I'm
party's
going up. Can we see Ven?
It is very easy to see Ven as he towers quite a bit more over the others. But as you get closer, you do see like a couple of them move, just like block the path, and like you see one of them like raise a hand up just to get you to stop.
I guess we halt for a minute.
All right. So as you guys stop, Ven takes off his helmet and just tucks it on his shoulder. And at this point, now that you can see him up close, you can see like the markings on the side of his face are actually tattoos. It's a tattoo of like fire that goes from the base of his chin up to the top, up to about where the top of his ear is.
Cool
His
tat.
whole face is covered in fire.
Yeah, like a fire tattoo, basically. Like
His whole face.
No, like half his face. Like it starts at his chin, and it just goes up to cover
It was
like
the side of his face then. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
the side of his
imagining
face, yeah.
fire going from his chin to both ears, and like that means that it's just covering his entire. It's like,
No. It starts from the chin, goes up
It's
the
a fire
side, the
face.
side of his face. Yeah.
Admittedly, only half sounds cooler. It sounds.
Yeah.
who's this
Is
guy
there
doing his
anything
best Zuko impression?
Cool tat. Cool tattoo, man.
So
Yeah.
so he approaches, just looks at you all, just. What are you doing here?
Kind of mean.
We all look at. I look at Nemesis.
Yeah. Same.
You're the reason we're here.
Yeah.
Explain yourself.
We're traveling through.
There's nothing here except death, destruction, and lizard folk.
We're well aware of that. We're plane hunters.
And that makes you think you're some invincible group of adventurers.
No, not at all, really.
Trust us. We aren't invincible at all.
Then why do you head towards the grasp?
Our destination isn't the grass. We're just looking into something nearby.
Okay, you just watch as Ven just slowly looks towards the smaller of the guards, which you assume is the scout, and the scout just like his shoulders slump slightly. Did that idiot tell you about the apparent rumor of ghosts?
No, we didn't talk about anything.
We heard rumors from priors.
Mm-hmm.
We figured it out for ourselves, actually.
And was an elder lady also mentioned it as well.
Yes.
Julian cannot keep her goddamn mouth shut. All
We
right.
have to say anything. Anyways.
He just kind of like stands there, arms crossed, just thinks for a minute. If you want to see what these supposed ghosts have done, he like points over to a large hill which you can see in the distance. Over the crest of that hill. Go no further. We saw lizard folk further ahead.
Right. you figure out what the quote-unquote ghosts were?
It's surprising to see so many lizard folk dead, with not a single Lord's Guard body there. Definitely isn't normal. But I'm not about to pin my hopes on our defense on some ghosts from that place. And he points over a little bit more to the right. You can see now from this distance, you can see a huge, like, city-size fortress in the distance. But what you notice is, even from this distance, you can see an entire part of its, like, top area is completely cleaved off. And Nemesis, from your trips down here, you recognize that as the grasp, or what's left of it. Lizard folk take no survivors. I highly doubt anyone that was in that battle is coming back and fighting against them.
And you really think that spirits of the dead coming back to fight them is crazy as well?
What reason would they have to come back?
Perhaps
Defend their
they
land.
still have unfinished business,
Yeah.
and they cannot rest until they've accomplished it.
There are many reasons.
You speak of fairy tales.
Or perhaps the gods willed it so, or whatever stupid religious people say.
If that was the case, then the gods would have smoted the hordes long ago. No, we make our own destiny with might, willpower, and steel. Just
And look where that's got you.
Wow.
Valid.
Sorry,
He likes
Eyes
those
he
things
said it,
sometimes.
not me.
What's your tongue, big
I was
man?
just pointing it out.
You just see his eyes narrow. No matter.
So
I say
if
this
you
in the
don't-
nicest way possible, Goliath. I hope the lizard folks spare you. And he just beckons the others to go follow him, and they just walk off.
You as well.
So what is your theory on how they all died then?
He's already walked off.
I
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
running off.
Besides, we already know his theory.
yeah, kind of.
It's
Hi, scary man that, almost killed my servants.
Big man, big mouth. Like me.
Yeah.
Except you got more of that Eldritch Blast.
biased.
Eldritch Blast.
That would be on Eldritch Blast. Thank you very much.
All right.
Let's
Or
just
like
go to the hill.
Eldritch Blast.
So, do you guys keep going?
Yes.
I guess we're gonna go up to the hill, like he said.
All right. So, you make your way to the hill, and it's only about another half an hour or so to get there. At this point, those of you that don't have a super high perception can see the grasp a lot more clearly, including its damage.
Oh,
But-
it just looks like it's genuinely been cleaved through at the top.
It looks like it. Make a perception check just to see if you can.
Is that like
ascertain the
normal?
damage.
Like I don't know if Volith would, but like,
That
does
sounds
it look
very-
destroyed or
pretty
It
odd.
is
looks
that just the way that the grasp looks?
from make a perception check just to see if it's like, oh, it's actually structured, or oh, that's bad. Make a
sure, I
perception
can do
check.
that.
That's a lot.
Oh, I'm not even
Damn.
on. Oh no, I am.
I can roll for you if you want.
I'm not even. No, here. I don't know how that got closed. Here, no,
Hmm.
come in. If you want to roll for me, sure.
Okay, I'll roll for you. Yeah, sure, it's fine. Yeah, there you are.
I am. Where the fuck did that come from?
Why don't I have a window open with?
Where'd it
with
come
that?
from? Where'd it go? Where'd it come from? Can't
Well, like I
imagine.
heard it, but go boodoo when you made the roll.
I didn't
Like, there
roll
was
it.
somebody typing
Now
it.
I did.
Okay, never mind then. That would
You
make
rolled
sense.
a3, so
Oh.
you have
Sounds
no
about
idea.
right. Classic Lilith.
It's difficult, and with you, Nemesis, it's difficult to say just how badly damaged it is, but from what you can see, the top part of the fortress has got a big chunk of it missing. So you don't know what it's like further down near the walls, but at least from the very top bit, something hit that thing hard.
So,
I'm
so I'm
just
guessing because
thinking it's
I'm
weird
a
that
small
something hit it from the top.
What were you saying, Truff,
So I'm
now?
guessing because I'm a small boy, I already know like what the grasp is, what it looks like, and that
Yes.
it shouldn't have a massive chunk missing.
You don't know much about its construction, but go ahead and make a perception check just to see if you can see it.
Okay.
Someone go lift him on their shoulders.
Here, Trothnar. Ooh.
Learn knows a lot about rocks.
Yes.
I
And now he's on
do.
Bella's shoulder.
It's not racist if it's true. I know a lot about rock.
No, it's not. You're totally right.
Yeah.
Um,
I know Blackpool's rock is totally the best to eat.
Pretty much.
Wait, what?
The sweet
Oh,
rock.
fucking Blackpool rock. Oh, that's, I haven't had rock in years. My
Wait,
God.
Blackpool rock, is that an actual thing? I just made that up.
I think he. I don't even
Oh no.
Bloody-
Anyway, you doing a perception check there, Trophy, or no?
I am, but my computer's being really slow.
I'll roll for you then.
Thank you,
Like
sweetie.
you said Blackpool Rock, right?
You rolled a 17. Yes, I did say Blackpool rock.
That's actually a thing.
Oh, well,
It's
well,
a
you know.
candy company.
Cool. I did not know that.
You say it's a candy company?
Yeah, it specializes in rock candy.
Huh.
Well, you know.
Right.
All right, so the 17 perception. Looking at it, you can see that from your knowledge of stonework and everything, the damage is catastrophic. If you had to hazard a guess, you'd say that a good quarter of the top part of the fortress has just been completely destroyed. You can see a few of the turrets in the corners. 2 of them are completely gone. You can't see anything of the lower side outside of a hole that's in the back wall, which is the bit that is on the Johanian side. So yeah, the damage is pretty fucking catastrophic.
Jesus, okay. I feel like that's being lifted men with bone stick. Good lord.
But eventually, you crest over the top of the hill, and as you look down, as the sun begins to set, you can see hundreds and hundreds of beast folk bodies, primarily lizard folk, but you do see a few Loxen, you see a few Minotaurs. All of them in quite a rather advanced state of decay.
Man, if Neri was here, she'd have a fucking smorgasbord.
Neri would be the
Even though it's
happiest lizard
terrible,
folk
but
in the
that's-
world.
I wonder what's going on with the Adventures of Neri now.
I'm like, yeah, Neri's just the best.
Yeah.
That's a B. That's the.
Alright, I want to cast my Divine Sense.
For any undead?
Oh.
Alright. You send out... I assume you're walking through the deceased corpses to sense anything?
As much as I can, yeah.
Alright.
I'll use. I guess I can detect magic and follow as well.
Yeah, sure. Keep in mind that it's not like they're all in a pile, they are spread out.
Yeah, it's like a fucking war. Yeah, it's a battlefield.
Does it look like there was an actual fight, or does it kind of look like it just died?
Make an
instantly?
investigation check.
I will investigate this.
Okay, actually, not bad.
No.
Could I do something that I don't have like any spells really for this? this seems like somewhere that would have a lot of like latent psychic energy, that sort of thing. If you know what I'm saying. And as just because of my patron and whatnot, is there some level of like just making like a religion check or something like that I could do? I'll spend a spell slot or something.
A religion check to ascertain what exactly?
Just like if I can hear like voices of the dead or some shit like that.
Ah, right.
Because there's like just a lot of dead bodies, like how like when on a battlefield there'd be like that sort of
thing.
Right,
so it's like kind of trying to sense like the sort of like the what remains of their life force kind of deal.
Yeah.
Make
Seems
a
like something I might be able to do, but...
yeah. I'd say it won't really be a religion check.
Like nature.
Roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier.
Sure, I can do that. So that's d20 plus 8. Way better than I was expecting it to have for this roll, so that's exciting.
Well, you got screwed with the mind spike thing, so... But it's also as well just because it's like, yeah, no, this is kind of... It's kind of utilizing your patron, so spells 23, alright. So we'll get to you in a second. Because all the others are a lot quicker to do.
Yeah.
So investigation of 16. It's kind of difficult because they're all in such an advanced state of decay. It looks like they've been just exposed to elements for a few weeks now. But you do notice on a few of the more better preserved, you can see puncture wounds, slashing wounds. You can see a few of them have got like burn marks on them. Some of them appear to be partially melted by acid. So that's with your thing, Blom. Your detect magic spell?
Mm-hmm.
It does go off in a little bit to your left. And Nemesis, your sense doesn't pick anything up.
Okay.
What? You gonna go to Belif, or I would look over to see what's in detect magic.
Okay, so
what do I see?
So you see about what's the range on detect magic? Just remind me.
I think it's 30 feet. Let me double
30
check.
feet.
Wrong spell. Practice magic missile. Okay, or I could just do that.
Oh, that
30
yeah,
feet.
30 feet. So you sense it. It's a little bit away from the furthest body, but you do sense something on the ground. As you go onto it, you can see that the ground here is especially charred. But as you just reach down towards it, you pick up what appears to be it looks almost to be an earring that has a slight magical glow.
It's a single one?
Just a singular one. And because I know detect magic says what kind of spell, what school of magic it is, it's transmutation.
Hey. Can I try? Wait. Can I try to see if I have an idea of what it could do?
Make an Arcana check.
Transmutation, that's like shapeshifting. Can I have a slight advantage or no?
No, just a straight Arcana check.
Alright. Yeah, just try to gimmicky it out.
15. It couldn't be anything big, given what it's in, but you're not too sure. Okay, so, switching over to Valif. So, you kind of just sit there in the middle of, like, a particular large clump of the bodies, and you just focus, calling out to your patron to see if they can assist at all. We're going to go to the secret chat for this one.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Just because also I didn't want you to hear, I didn't think you wanted them to hear any of this stuff, so...
Oh, sure. Yeah, I honestly, with some of this stuff, I'd kind of, like, the next dream, it would be cool if they kind of could hear that, but that's okay. I was in the middle of drawing things, so I have to
by all means, let me know if you don't want me to do this stuff. Obviously, once the beans are spilled, it'll be a little bit easier, kind of like Ukuto and Forward and such. But yeah, so you open up your eyes and you can see your patron standing there, arms crossed, pulling from the dreams of the dead. Are you?
Well, I thought they Speak to me. We were looking for answers.
Interesting. The dead do dream, you know.
Oh.
So I'm willing to do you a bit of a favor. I can pull a nightmare from one of these. He beckons to the corpses, and looking around, there is no one else besides you and him at this point. It's almost like you're in a different area entirely.
Yeah, this is just a dream. It's just something that he's created.
I can pull a nightmare from any one of these that you want. Oftentimes, the dead's, they get nightmares of what killed them. It won't be exact, but I could if you wish.
Yes. That would be... That would be insightful.
So he walks over and just like checks a few of them. She just like places a hand lightly. Goes to the next one. Eventually finds ones that are a bit further away. Here, come here.
And I walk over to him.
Place your hand on his head. You can see this guy's got his throat slit.
Yeah, and I do.
He places his hand on top of yours. Now, don't forget that nightmares are not real. They are figments of the imagination.
Yes.
And the imagination can exaggerate a bit. As he lets his hand go, he vanishes, and so does all the bodies. And as you look down, you can see you're not Valith anymore. You're a lizard folk. As you look behind you, you can see hundreds of other beast folk talking around roaring fires. You look over to the left and wave to what you now know, going through this nightmare, is another scout. You look to the right and indicate to the other one. As he raises his hand, you watch as a tendril reaches out across his neck and rips part of it off. You step back, turn to look at the other one. You can see what appears to be like almost like a small blackish demon leap up and stab a dagger into this one, slicing this other one's throat. You feel the ground rumble as you can see what looks to be half man, half horse creatures, almost like centaurs, but demonic, charging, lances and swords drawn. You turn around to see the other lizard folk stand up, some of them reaching for the weapons, others beginning to flee, before you feel the dagger in your neck, and it draws across your throat. And as you open your eyes again, you're once more in the field. Back to the session, chats.
Just breathing heavily.
Yay.
And we're back.
Yeah, transfusion sheep.
I wonder what kind of spicy details went on about the waffle.
If it's Hawaiian pizza, I want a divorce.
It wasn't. All right, so is anyone else doing anything then?
What did they see while that was happening, or did they notice anything?
They just saw you slump a bit, but beyond that,
Yeah.
Yeah, we basically assumed that you did that the entire time we were looking around for ghosts and magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's probably a good idea to start backing away from here. It's getting dark.
Yeah, I'm starting to regroup as well.
Yeah.
You guys sort of come together about like, and he's like grabs his throat, sort of, and
are you
rubs it.
Are you okay?
Are you okay, man?
Just quickly calms himself.
Did you forget how to breathe or something?
No, I just had a dream.
Some kind of meditation.
Dream?
No, I had a dream.
I look down, and it's the lizard guy. It's the lizard folk that I was. I was him.
Yep.
I just. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, yeah, that was. Like, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look down and it was him.
What?
Huh.
And there was all of these lizard folk were alive and waiting. I was waved to that one over there, and then this terrible monstrosity, a big, large tendril ripped his throat out. I point to another one.
Tendril?
Black demon, some sort, slit his throat. I point to a different one. Some large bestial creatures charged us. I had my throat slit. That was it.
A black demon?
I was dead. For a second there, I was dead.
Brutal, but it doesn't really sound like it makes sense. It seems like all the wounds are from like natural sources or magic, not something like what's just said.
Can you describe these beasts in more detail?
They were small, black skin, like pitch, coal.
What kind of
Leaped at the man and
something?
slit his throat with its claws.
I'm going to write this down.
So something cat-like? Or dog-like?
Like a cat, not like an elf. It was different, I think.
It was humanoid-ish.
It was humanoid, yes, exactly. But it wasn't like a cat.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't
Okay.
large and tall like an elf. It was smaller.
Small human. It's
When you
black.
say they were black, do you mean like shadowy?
I think like leathery skin. I don't know if it's all a blur.
There we
I only
Okay.
remember pieces. It's fading.
I see.
Roshan, we should probably get back to Delcross.
Yeah. I'll pull up the earring for Lilith. Do you happen to know if there's any significance to this earring?
I look at the ring.
Doesn't look like anything you know.
No. Just some jewelry.
Yeah. I found it on.
See it.
Did I find it on? What kind of person did I find it on? Was it like a
It was
spellcasting-
just on some Scotch ground.
Oh,
Did the tendril like burst from the ground, Tick?
No, it like
Or did it just come from the
it came from the
darkness?
darkness, wrapped around,
Okay.
and just ripped the throat out.
Yeah.
definitely something's odd though.
All right.
What you described does not make sense based on what we see.
Horrifying nightmare.
I'm going to look at the chalk and we should get to the card and then should we try it to see if this works?
What was that you cut out?
Yeah.
I was looking at the chalk and I was asking, try to see if this works. To remember the teleportation chalk.
Oh, can we use that with the cart and everything?
You don't know.
Just yeah, we haven't used it before, but it's
Yeah.
makes it lets us cast a spell.
Or should we
Right.
just keep putting it back?
I guess for a quick minute, can I ask Delson and Bullet, because they're the other Arcana users, to look at the earring, see if they can glean anything from it?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
All I know is it's the transmutation school, because I found it used to detect magic.
Transmutation is it's not one of my points.
Kind of have some within
Unless
me.
it's alchemical.
I'm more of an illusionist,
transmutation.
but I'm not very smart, so I don't know if I will be able to help you at all. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll still take a look at it.
my sorceress magic current is more evocation, but I have some. I couldn't glean anything.
Okay, so it would be Arcana.
Arcana, yes.
I
Nine,
guess
you have
I'll roll
no
as well.
idea.
No, I have no fucking idea. I'm not expecting
Nine,
much of this.
you have no idea.
As much as Delson.
All right. So as you're all looking at it, Nemesis, what are you doing at the moment?
I'm currently just kind of looking out at the bodies, like watching everything as they do this.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
What?
Oh my god,
Like,
okay.
the fucking famous last words. I love those words.
Right?
Yeah.
Just go.
Woo!
22. Okay.
Nice.
You guys watch as Nemesis drops into the secret chat with you, Nemesis. Hi.
Hi. Oh god, what's happening?
So, for a second, you feel something grab onto your wrist. Looking down, you can see a golden glowing hand. As you follow it, you see the featureless face, I guess, because it doesn't have any mouth or nose or anything, of your guide. And as it pulls, you feel almost like your soul has been pulled out of your body. Your vision goes dark for a second. And then your eyes begin to adjust. You're standing in the same spot as you were previously. Only it's dark. There's a strong smell of blood in the air. You watch as your guide turns to face a large, roaring bonfire, stacked high with bodies. Not lizard folk, not beast folk. Human. You watch as the form shift into the same grizzled, middle-aged man that you had seen in your previous vision. He has his helmet off now. You can see long black, length black hair with streaks of grey in it, tucked, and he has his helmet tucked under. You hear footsteps to the left. You see what appears to be a halfling, covered head to toe in what appears to be black leather armor. He walks up alongside the human, just looks at the fire and says, "Lost 87 men in this one. Can't really keep it up here, mate." "I know. But how many of them fell?" "Oh, we got about 600. Probably a full battalion, you ask me. We're on down the last ones of them." "And what about the others?" They've been getting mixed successes. Lost about 80 of them. I'd say that small group's probably gone. "And our base?" "Oh yeah, the Cyclopses. Those Cyclopses that ran away. Bought us the time that we need. You know, mine's all disguised up now." "Rogan, look, why are we being quiet about this?" "It's a matter of morale. If we tell them we're alive, then the lizard folk will just hunt us down. Best to keep a lie going and think that we came back as ghosts to scare them from places. You don't think that your family aren't gonna be worried about you?" "Even if they gave a shit, they wouldn't care. I told every single one of you that if you wanted to return, you're free to. You stay because you wish to." "Right, I'll make sure the rest of the bodies are all burnt and with the bones and everything." "On your way, Captain." You see the halfling walk off. The human just watches the fire burn for a few more seconds. Looks over to the right. You swear that he looks directly at you, but just as you look into his eyes, you can see he goes straight through you. As you follow his gaze, you can see he's staring at where the grasp is. Turns and follows on after the halfling. As you wake up, now with your friends surrounding you, back to the normal session chat.
As it went into the
Yeah.
sculpts.
Edward,
Yes?
Alright.
It
What
might
are
have
you
been that I
doing?
couldn't get. It might have been I couldn't
Nothing.
get up a
What
level
are you
1.
doing?
I don't have it.
oh no, but yes, we're all just surrounded by Nemesis.
Yep, and Nemesis comes to with you all staring down at her.
How much time has passed?
Also, we
Only about
deduced
3
that,
minutes.
Yeah, we've deduced that Fortune actually just like
I just kind of stare at them for a minute.
is everything okay?
There are people alive.
Where?
I need to. I sit up and I look. Asp.
Grasp is the same place where you saw it.
Not in the grass, but somewhere nearby. The Cyclops' old forest.
Wait,
Oh, I think
the forest?
Down the well?
Forest where the Cyclopses were chased out.
Oh,
Okay, just a little.
this is. Wait, would that be anywhere further than where we are?
Make a perception check.
I'm the world's greatest detective, but I'm not very perceptive. It's ironic, isn't it?
Indeed, you're not the Sherlock Holmes.
9. I mean, you can see several forests. No idea which one could be the right one.
I'm gonna look to him and see, do you know which one it is?
I know which one it is based on the direction.
You can narrow it down to about 2.
Okay.
They are still quite far in the distance, and they lead you away from the grasp.
For now, real quick.
Are they, like, what directions are they in?
They're both southeast, just varying degrees.
That way. I don't know which one, though.
Then should we look through both?
Yep, quickly dust myself off.
Nobody tell her about the dick on her forehead.
Oh my god.
We're totally, we're totally sure that Chocolate drew that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything.
I'll look at the earring and just, I guess, trust it's safe enough, and actually I'll put it into my ear, so in case
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's
So-
it's safe. We'll be fine.
So,
Where'd you get that earring from?
He showed it
middle
to
of the
us.
scorched, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
middle of the scorched ground. It just
Okay.
survived. Admittedly, magical items are hard to break. So if the guy just, got burned to death by a fireball or something, it would be one of the few things that survived.
Right. I'm going to just step
Yes,
away from Loriana
that's fine.
in case he spontaneously bursts into flames.
so you
No,
put
that
the
wouldn't
earring on.
With the
and
transmutation earring, it's not your location.
Nothing happens.
That's what I expect. So are we just gonna start walking to the forest then?
We're taking
We're gonna have to take our cart.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. The other thing I wanted to mention, I was thinking, since it's a transportation earring, when we first got to to Marlon, they said something about a disguise, which I guess means they thought you were a lizard folk.
Yeah,
That's a very good
Yes.
conclusion.
that's exactly what they said.
What I'm thinking is this could be, if it's a transmutation earring, it might be one for disguising oneself.
Hmm.
Very true.
Tom, I typed down some notes just in my additional features and traits because I didn't know where else to put it for now.
Yep.
Is that how you spell that?
Let me have a look.
As long as you know what it is, you'll be fine.
I don't know anything that's going on.
So, on additional features and traits, yeah?
In bio?
Oh, bio.
Let's hope we don't get killed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Alright. So, as you all prepare then to head on your next leg of your journey. So we're going to call it good for this session, because my dogs are whining, they need food, I need food,